Yo, what's going on? Happy Monday, if there is such a thing. Hey, what up, what up? Naked Snake, Liam, Solo Knives, you guys are here early. Oh yeah, Jay is over here saying she's been here for hours. Why are you lying, Jay? I just put up the actually no, you might be right, because I did put up the stream premiere last night, so you could actually have been here for hours. That could be a factual statement. All right, what was I doing before I get started here today? I'm going to try not to yap as much as I have been lately, because most of these streams going back have been talking about news or talking about God knows what and not playing the game. So we're going to make some good progress today. I was going to tweet out my stream. That's what I was going to. Brazil. Hope you guys are doing well, though. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Decided not to go live on Saturday, even though I said I was going to, more than likely, but got a bunch of stuff done. Finished a script I was writing for a new video. Got a bunch of shorts planned. Got a lot of stuff done for the stream for this week. We'll probably finish this game, not today, I don't think, just because we're watching cutscenes. But we'll probably finish, honestly, tomorrow. I'm trying to think of where we're at. I think we're at the mountaintops, right? So what do we have left? We have... oh, we have the Fury next. The Rage, as Gaming Bolt called him. The Rage. We have him. Then we have the whole torture sequence. We have the Escape from GG sequence. We have the Volgan fights, the Shagohod fights. Yeah, we probably won't finish today. I think we'll finish tomorrow, though. Like I said, just because we're watching cutscenes extends the time a little bit, so... all right, everything's good. Let me tweet out my stream, and watched a bunch of Delta content this weekend too. I don't know if you guys have been doing that, probably, but a bunch of YouTube videos and from people that like went to the event and stuff. Pretty cool. They all say pretty much the same stuff. They describe the game as being like floaty. I don't know what that means. It feels floaty, but I don't know. I'm curious about what they're referring to in terms of like what feels floaty about the controls, but I guess we'll see in 2 weeks now, a little over 2 weeks. All right, I think I'm done with everything on my end. But like I said, let me try not to yap too much today. But I do want to say hi to you guys and everything. Started. Chat. All right. Yeah, happy Monday. Almost there. 2 weeks. We're pretty much at the 2 week mark, right? Give or take. What's my countdown say? Yep. 15 days for early access. Or are you early accessors? Put some tunes on for you guys. Chill a little bit. Like I said, like I keep saying, I really want to hold myself to not not talking about news or whatever the hell else for like 30 minutes to an hour today. I just want to chill and play some games. Yo, what up, Wig? What up, David? How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. I can't believe I'm saying that. I remember like it was yesterday when this game got surprise announced. At what event was it? It was like an Xbox event, right? Some Xbox press conference or something, I think. I think they announced Delta and the Master Collection Volume 1 at the same event. Yo, what up, Ryan's Wig? Why you on your alt, man? What happened? I still haven't heard back about your YouTube channel yet, by the way, dude. The support ticket is up and everything, and I have like the confirmation and everything email, but I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get, to be honest with you, because it isn't my own like Google account or YouTube account, so I don't know how long or how far they're going to let me get, but I'm seeing what I can do, man. That's for sure. Yo, Dr. Jack, what up, what up, what up? How you doing? Hazriel, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. The plan today is to hit MGS 3 hard, because I do want to continue and do other stuff on stream, like obviously more MGS 3, but those of you guys who have been here the last couple streams know that I want to do like randomizer stuff. I want to do maybe like a Foxhound run. Oh, I was thinking yesterday maybe we'd play Metal Gear Solid 3D, the 3DS remake. That might be fun. Maybe I try a Foxhound run on there. I don't think I've ever gotten it on there, because the controls for that game are atrocious and the frame rate in that game is atrocious, so I never sat there and bothered to get a Foxhound rank in that game, so maybe that'll be fun, watching me suffer. Jamie Norwood, what up? Following your MGS2 dog tag guides right now? Nice. Hopefully they help you out, man. Good luck. Good luck with the dog tags. Are you doing MGS2 HD collection, or are you doing the master collection? Because small differences between the trophy list there. The fact that your partner gives you more of a chance could be, yeah. That's a good point. Us normies only get AI support. I did get hit, like contacted by an AI first, but it seems like they are trying to set me up with like a YouTube manager or whatever the hell they call them. So we'll see. We shall see. By the way, dude, I saw a few of your videos and it's literally some quality stuff. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for checking out the content and for being here in the stream. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, man. See what's up. It's taking everything in me to not use. Oh, you don't have early access? Yeah, I mean, the way that I see it is it's $10 more, right? For 48 hours early access. But I mean, $10 is $10, especially nowadays. So yeah, I don't blame you, Jaya. I think there's a lot of people that agree with you that are kind of like, I'll wait for early impressions and, you know, early reviews and other people's sort of like opinions on it before I like shell out the extra $10. So, although keep in mind, for those of you guys who haven't been here, we are going to get early reviews or impressions from press outlets on the 22nd. So when is that? That is next Friday. So not this Friday, but next week's Friday. We're going to get some impressions and reviews, I think, from media outlets. So like IGN, GameSpot, some big reviewers like I mentioned Destin in my last stream, but he was there during the press media day, whatever you want to call it. So we'll have his opinions as well. He's a big Metal Gear fan. Oh, I appreciate that, Ryan Zwig. Yeah, I'll keep you in the loop, man, with your channel. Hopefully you get it back. Hopefully we can do something. Celtics fan says, wait, are the deluxe edition camos unlockable in the base version? The DLC camo? No, they're not in the game. Like, that's misinformation, and I can't even blame people for being misinformed because Konami hasn't been doing the best job, in my opinion, of relaying this information. So the DLC camos that you get, first of all, you get them from the Day 1 edition. And this is the first mistake, is calling the Day 1 edition the Tactical Edition. It's a cool name, and I get it's like themed around Metal Gear Tactical or whatever, but that's basically the fancy name for the Day 1 edition. And that edition is normal price, so it's $70, at least in the US. And that if you get that on the actual day of, like the first day that it comes out, hence the Day 1 edition, you get the camo for free, quote unquote. Same thing for the deluxe version of the game that gives you early access. You get all that. I think there's like 6 camouflage included in that purchase, along with the 48-hour early access. So the only real way that you're missing out on the camouflage is if you don't buy either one of those editions. But specifically the Day 1 edition, if you don't get it the first like couple days or so, after they sell out, you're not going to get all those DLC camo included with the base version of the game. You can always, I'm pretty sure you can just go on PSN or Steam Marketplace and buy the DLC later for an additional $10. But the best deal, if you want to call it that, is buying the base version of the game, the Day 1 edition, if you don't care about early access. You just get the Day 1 edition, the Tactical edition, and you get the DLC included. So as far as like if they're on disc already and they're just charging you to unlock them, I have no idea. No clue about that. I'm sure data miners will be able to inform us, you know, at that point, but I don't know. I have no idea if they're already on disc and they're just, you know, paywalling it for us. So keep that in mind. What about Gamescom? I mean, maybe we'll see some Fox Hunt stuff there. Or maybe we'll finally see like a 10-minute uncut gameplay demo of the game at Gamescom. When is Gamescom? I know it's right before the game launches, right? It's literally like maybe a couple days before the game launches. Same thing with MGS Con, but I mean, MGS Con is a fan-run event. I don't think there's any real affiliation with Konami, but you never know. Since they fall so close together, maybe Konami will like play a part in this year's MGS Con, but I haven't heard anything. What up, Blue Flock? You've heard that the deluxe edition will let you play the game 2 days before the release. Yeah, that's true. You get 48-hour early access. There's a map, like most companies do now. There's a map out there that shows the different time zones for both early access and normal release. So make sure you check with that map. You can Google it really easily. It'll come up. Just put in like Metal Gear Solid Delta early access map or time zones. I think for me, early access actually starts at 6 a.m. So I'm going to be up bright and early just like we were for the Konami Direct that they did a few months ago, where I woke up at 5 a.m. so I could stream it for you guys because I thought they would announce MGO, and instead they called me old and said MGO was whack and they're never bringing it back. So that was fun. Do you think we'll ever see the original Metal Gear Solid Rising come out? Raiden Wig's profile picture makes me want the original vision. What were your thoughts during Metal Gear Solid Rising back in 2009? I think if it happens, it's going to be during this little Metal Gear resurgence that we're experiencing. Since they're re-releasing, you know, well, they're releasing the Master Collection, the compilations of the games of the series, and we also have Delta, which is a big deal. I think if it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen soon. But I think there's a higher chance that we get more remakes before a game like that. Now, there have been whispers, and I don't want to like spoil anything major for anybody, but I mean, first of all, because I can't even confirm this myself, but there have been whispers that Konami has been talking to Platinum Games again. I don't want to specify for what, but there have been whispers. So, like I said, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. You're doing the HD collection, trying to get used to it all again before Delta comes out? Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. I always highly recommend people that come in here that haven't played Metal Gear in a while to play the HD collection, play the Legacy collection, and play the Master collection, especially if you haven't played MGS3 in a while, just so you can have that experience of being able to see what changes, fixes, quality of life updates they included to Delta. You know, you have that firsthand recent experience with OG MGS3 or 2 or 1 or whatever, but specifically 3, and then you can see just how much they changed for Delta. But good luck with your HD collection platinums, Jamie. Looking for Dan Brulin's limited edition Keratin guide, limited to 61 Keratins. But yeah, back in 2009, I was super excited for Metal Gear Solid Rising. It looks so good. I wanted more like MGS4 at that time and more MGO. And I think that game was supposed to run on the MGS4 engine, right? At least that first trailer where they were showing that you could cut through terrain and cars and everything, essentially. It looked like it was running on the MGS4 engine, but I'm not sure.
When does it come out? I ordered the UK exclusive edition on Amazon. It says it will be the 30th. I hope it doesn't take long to get here.
Ooh. Alright, what up, dude? Thanks for the 5, man. I appreciate the support. That's a good question. I don't know. You said it was on... You ordered through Amazon? Yeah, Amazon has been pretty bad lately about shipping the games day of. Like, actually getting the game to you day of release. I know a bunch of people had that problem with Death Stranding 2, actually, recently. They ordered the game. You know, Amazon's like, oh, yeah, we'll have it, you know, shipped at launch or before launch or whatever, so it gets to you at launch. And then they got it like... Shit, I think even Lily, Kitty Raw, who I mention all the time, was saying that she got the game like a week later. So she ordered Death Stranding 2 to get there on release, obviously, and she got it like the Wednesday after or something like that. And it's not just her. I've heard of a lot of people having that problem. So, yo, Caleb, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Much love from the UK. Yo, we got so many people here from the UK. Shouts out the UK. Shouts out the UK. You want the camos? Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, Jay, you don't have to get the deluxe edition for the camos. You can get the day 1 edition, and you get the camos included in. So, it's the better deal. Someone said Fox Hunt. Oh no, I'm coming around to it. I'm willing to. I mean, I was always willing to give it a chance, but even more so now. There's no way I'm not going to try it out. I just don't like how they've unveiled everything so far. The few tidbits that we've gotten so far of Fox Hunt. YouTube partners have a way to instantly talk to a YouTuber Google support. Do you guys have to do? No, we have to do the same thing. I know if you're a really big YouTuber, like I'm talking over 100K. You have what's called a YouTube manager assigned to you full time. So if you have any inquiries like this, you have someone like on retainer basically 24/7 to talk to. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I'm not a huge YouTuber like that. You want to do Delta videos? That'd be cool, man. You got to upload again.
Number 1 spot back.
Oh, yo, Jay, thanks for the 5. By the way, Jay, I've already said this on stream before, and I've shouted her out, but Jay is doing a full series playthrough all the way from from Metal Gear 1 all the way through to, when are you going to stop, Jay? Are you going to do MGS 5, your favorite game on the planet, on the face of the earth? No, but she's doing a marathon, and I want to say, I don't want to speak for her since she's in chat, but I want to say this is her first time playing Metal Gear 1 and 2. Right, Jaya? Question mark? Either way, check Jaya out. One of my good friends, one of my MGO buds, and someone that I've known for years. Jaya, how long have I known you? Very long time. Longer than I care to admit. But yeah, you should, whether you get your channel back or not, Ryan's Wig, you should definitely do some content for sure. It would be cool if the DLC put extra camos to find. Yeah, but Xnan, we have a bunch of stuff that they added. So they have the new Gakko collectible, you know, stuff like the little. We always had the Carotons, but we also have the Gakko now with like the camo that you have to shoot at to discover, and I think that does unlock a camo. I think that unlocks the white tuxedo. I believe. I'm not sure. And then we have the new way to get the secret theater collectibles, which is by holding up enemies or knocking them out and then taking it from their bodies. So that's going to keep us busy for a while, collecting all those videos. And keep in mind, there are new ones, new secret theater videos. So, I mean, I think they did a good job of giving us enough free content. You also have Snake versus Monkey, or Snake versus Bomberman, depending on your platform. And eventually we'll have Fox Hunt, hopefully for free. But I think they did a good job. I mean, every game has like, even Death Stranding 2 had deluxe edition camos and stuff. Like you got the little power legs or whatever for Sam in the Death Stranding 2 deluxe edition, and you got a whole bunch of other cosmetic stuff too. So every game does that now. I'm not going to hate against Konami for just following industry trends, you know. But I think we have enough there to keep us satisfied, even the most hardcore, for at least a couple weeks. You know, there's going to be a ton of stuff to do. There's obviously the main story, Snake versus Monkey. There's all the collectibles, the Keraton, the Gakko, the secret theater reels. You're going to have to do, if you care about trophies or achievements, you have you're probably going to have to play on Extreme and do your Foxhound run and all that stuff. So I think there's enough meat there. I don't know, personally. What do you guys think? I don't like the fact that it's only online, Steam, PC. What up, Charlie Brown? What, Delta? Like, you have to be online to play it? Is that what you mean? Do I think Delta will revive the series now? I think for fans it will. I don't know. Like, I don't know what Konami's, like, expectations are in terms of sales. What metric they're going to go off of, like, in terms of, like, how they can, you know, see it as a success in their eyes. But I think the Master Collection Volume 1 was like the first step toward...
I don't know how you feel, but I would love a Liquid game set when he was working for SIS.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love Liquid. Liquid's one of my favorite characters. Yo, thanks for the 5, dude. Yeah, a Liquid game would be amazing. They teased us so bad in MGS 5 with Eli and all that. Like, it was just... I want to see more of him. I want to see more of Liquid. I think even Kojima has said multiple times, right, that he feels like he did away with Liquid too soon. Like, he was such a cool character and such a fan favorite that he regretted, you know. That's why we have the whole Liquid Ocelot thing and the Ocelot, or the Liquid Ocelot possession and all that, and Liquid Ocelot being a character in 4, because that was such a fan favorite character, and I think Kojima was like kicking himself for getting rid of him. But yeah, Liquid game would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for the support, dude. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the 5. Going back to, is Delta going to revive this series? I think if it does well, yes, it could be the start of like a revival. But I think what Konami does after all of this is going to be even more important than Delta. So Delta doing well is obviously important, and it'll show Konami like, okay, yeah, Metal Gear is still has that, you know, quality that people look for in gaming, in the gaming landscape, as they like to say for MGO nowadays. But I think what they do after is even more important. After Delta's been out for a while, in my opinion, the most important thing that they need to nail is getting MGS4 off the PS3. I think that is more important than remastering or remaking MGS1. I think it's more important than remastering or remaking Metal Gear 1 and 2. I think it's more important than making an MGS6 for sure. Is getting MGS4 in the hands of players that are on Xbox, that are on, you know, all current gen, and PC. I think that's the most important thing to focus on. At all of your resources, all of your manpower, all of the money that they have budgeted for Metal Gear needs to go to figuring out, if they haven't been doing it already, needs to go to MGS4 and getting a remaster of that on the next Master Collection or as a standalone release separate from the Master Collection. But MGS4 being on consoles separate from the PS3 jail that it's been in, would win back so many people, I think. Even if it's just running at a simple 1080p 60 FPS, that's all that game needs. We don't need 4K 9000 unlocked FPS for that game. All it needs to be is either standalone disc or on the Master Collection Volume 2 running at a stable 1080 60. And that will make so many people happy. That'll show so many people that Konami actually cares about the fans. And then from there, they can pivot to an MGS1 remake, which I think is what most people are speculating they're doing already or planning to do. But long story short, yeah, I think we're in a good spot with Metal Gear right now, honestly. You already pre-ordered the deluxe edition digital. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that'll give you 48-hour early access and all the camouflage. What up, Solo Knives? How you doing? You don't like MGS5? You can't stand it? I've heard that from a lot of people, actually. UK gang, let's go. Metal Gear Explain review. Did you watch it? The channel Metal Gear Explain? I don't know if I watched their review. I didn't know they got access to the event. Imagine picking I love MGS4 and Delta and getting Old Snake Best. That would be cool, Naked Snake. I'd be down for that. I love Old Snake, as you can see by my stream intro. That camouflage I was dreaming to get since I was a kid. Which one, Blue Flock? Which one specifically? Good to know, getting it digitally. Yeah, I think that's the play if you want early. I mean, that's the only play if you want early access. I love having physical editions just for my collection, though, so I'll probably end up getting both. You don't really trust Amazon? Yeah, like I said, people have been having a lot of issues with getting their new releases on the day of, so. MGS2's the best MGS game before MGS4. Yeah, MGS2 is my favorite. Solid Snake, what up, dude? I don't know what engine the original Rising game ran on. I just think it led to the creation of the Fox engine. Plus, they did want MGR to run on Fox. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't really remember the timeline for the engines, but I know it was pre-Fox engine, right? Because the original Metal Gear Solid Rising, not Rising Revengeance, but Metal Gear Solid Rising, was like immediately post-MGS4, which was what, 07, 08? And I think we saw the teaser in what, 09 maybe 2010? So yeah, that was like during the creation of the Fox engine. So I don't think they would have used that to showcase it. It looked like the MGS4 engine, I want to say. So MGS2, MGS4, MGS1, MGS3, that's your favorite order? Oh, wow, that's controversial. A lot of people pick MGS3 as their favorite. You might be my only fan from the Philippines? Nah, I don't think so, but shouts out to you in the Philippines, man. That's awesome. There's people all over the world watching right now. It's crazy. Wait, what do you mean you can get all the camos day one? Yeah, so the special camos only, specifically, like the Gold Snake, the Rambo Snake, full crocodile suit Snake, and the Peace Walker suits, so the battle suit, the sneaking suit, and then what's the last one? Shit, I'm forgetting the last one. But all of those like special camos that you get, I think they call it like the tactical or sneaking pack 1 or something like that. All of those camos you can get day one as part of the tactical edition or the deluxe edition. And they're already fully unlocked as soon as, you complete your purchase, basically. You'll have them ready to go. Which could be worth it if you really care about, like, having all the camos ready to go. I think that Peace Walker variant of the sneaking suit, silencing your footsteps, is going to help a lot. Especially if you're playing on the harder difficulties. Like, being able to silence your footsteps super early on in the game is a huge advantage, obviously. Especially if they don't have the grenade footstep silencing trick, like in the original. You never got to play MGO, so I hope Fox Hunt is fun. Me too. I played a shitload of MGO, but I'm still right there with you. I hope it's fun. UK gang? Yeah, okay, Jaya. we know how Jaya feels about the UK. Do you think there's a possibility of other game modes for Fox Hunt more similar to MGO? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't think so. I think Fox Hunt is going to be a weird amalgamation of a bunch of different modes. So I was thinking about this, and not to harp on Fox Hunt again, but I was thinking about this the other day. They said it was based off of sneaking, right? I think it's going to be sneaking plus team sneaking without the teams, if that makes any sense. That might just be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Is he having a stroke? But I think it's going to be a mix of team sneak and sneaking mission. So really quickly, sneaking mission in MGO2, one person controlled Old Snake, and one person controlled the Mark II, the little robot that Otacon uses to help Snake out in the main story. So you had two people that were on their own team, which is like, let's call it Snake's team, right? Their objective was to knock out players and collect 3 dog tags consecutively. So you had to knock players out, tap on their bodies just like single player, or hold them up if you wanted to, and then collect 3 dog tags before you died. If you died, it resets. So if you had 2 dog tags and you were eliminated when you were playing a Snake, your dog tag counter would reset back to 0, and you have to do the same thing again. Now, if you're able to collect 3 in a row, the round ends and Snake wins. While that's going on, while that player is playing a Snake, there's 2 teams like normal, like a normal TDM, blue team against red team. And the objective for those teams is, yes, to duke it out and battle just like a traditional TDM mode, but more importantly, to find Snake and to eliminate him 3 times before the other team can do that. So it's kind of like a TDM plus hide and seek mode for Snake. Kind of an interesting mode, really fun. If you're playing a Snake, it's like, you know, you have access to Octo Camo, and you have access to the Solid Eye, and you also have your little Mark II buddy helping you out, trying to get dog tags for you. So it's a really fun, unique mode. And what I was thinking the other day is maybe there's one person that has access to that Octo Camo variant or whatever, that weird, you know, we've all seen it in the Fox Hunt trailer, but they have access to the suit that changes with the terrain. And maybe the whole point is that it's going to be like a death match. So not a team death match, but just a death match, everybody versus everybody. But one person is going to have that camouflage, and their objective is to get the Keraton or the Gakko, whatever the objective is, and hide it while everybody else is duking it out and trying to find that one person. That makes sense just going off of the very few, you know, the paragraph or so of information that we have on the official website and what they said in that unveiling video. That would make sense since they said it is based off of sneaking. The other more likely scenario, which is what I said originally, is that they don't even know the modes really. So they heard of Team Sneak Online and how everybody loves that, and that's what they're basing it off of. But they mixed up the names and they called it Sneaking Mission, and those things aren't the same. Sneaking Mission is not the same as Team Sneak, but whatever. We'll see. I really hope for, like Naked Snake said in chat, I really hope that Fox Hunt ends up being a worthy successor to MGO, so everybody who didn't play MGO, and there's a lot of people who did not play MGO, can experience an online component to Metal Gear and have fun with it. I mean, you can always go back and play MGO 3. It's still up, and there's private servers for MGO 2, obviously. But, yeah, there's nothing really beats like a new Metal Gear Online release because everybody is playing it, you know? So, Metal Gear Survive is your favorite. Unfortunately, yes, you're playing Phantom Pain. It was your first time? Nice. Oh, yeah, I got to catch up on the VODs. I've been watching slowly while I've been working on stuff off stream. I've been watching your VODs and stuff. But, yeah, congrats for beating the first 2 games. Those 2 games are not easy. I always say that. And you beat it without a guide, right? For the most part? I mean, even if you used a guide, it's still an achievement getting through those old-ass games. Is it weird that my favorite is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake? It's not weird at all. That game is... Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake is the blueprint for the rest of the series. It's basically a 2D Metal Gear Solid 1 in a lot of ways. I'm fascinated by the effort put on the hand of Jehudi in TPP since everything else is barren. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of problems with TPP. Bro, I appreciate the tutorials. I got MGS 2 play yesterday thanks to your guide. Yo, congrats on the platinum. That's a huge achievement. MGS 2 is definitely the hardest in my opinion. So congrats on the platinum. Thanks for stopping by and letting me know. You got it right before Delta. Now is the time to get if you're bored and you're just like itching for Metal Gear, now is the perfect time to go back and get all the platinums that you're missing for the series.
My biggest fear is it doesn't do well and we don't get more.
I know, Gary. That's everybody's fear right now. Like, my biggest fear is, one, that it doesn't sell for anything, but, like, I think it was on the top 10 list in Famitsu, you know, like the Japanese news outlet. I think they're a magazine still, right? Famitsu. It just barely made the top 10 list for the most anticipated games, the most highly anticipated games in Japan. It was number 10. So it's on the list, but it's at the very end. So, I mean, at least in Japan, people are, it seems like going to purchase it and try it out, despite Kojima not being involved. But, yeah, it just barely made the list. Now, in the West, I don't know. I think there's been a huge Metal Gear resurgence in the West because of Metal Gear Rising, because of all the memes, because of Metal Gear being in Fortnite, because of the Master Collection releasing recently. There's a lot of people that are getting into the games now or re-experiencing the games now and getting back into the series after decades. So it has a good shot of doing well. I just, going off of fan impressions from the New York event is a little... I mean, let me preface everything by saying that I'm glad that people got to go and experience it and try it, and a lot of hardcore fans got to try it. A lot of people who love the series got to try it, but it's very dangerous following their opinions, because I've been to these events. I've been invited to these events. They're like catered events. You're caught up in the, oh my God, look at the projectors and these screens, and the final end, or the final scene of the game is being projected on these huge, beautiful screens, and everybody's dressed up in cosplay, and Laurie Allen's there, and David Hayter's there, and they're signing autographs, and there's merch, and I got to play the game, and you're like riding this high all day, right? Of like, I'm playing a game that's like not out yet, and it's my favorite series, and like, so that plays, there's bias there, because your adrenaline's pumping. You're like so excited to be there that it affects you. Of course you're gonna be like, oh my God, it was the greatest game ever, and I can't wait till it comes out, and it's so fun, and oh my God, why can't it be here already? You guys have no idea what you're missing out on, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So it's like, while I'm glad we got those impressions, like, we have to wait until the 22nd to really get, some more objective, I'll say, reviews from like people whose job it is to review games. And I know there's memes about media outlets and how they review games and how they're not the best people to go off of either, but somewhere in between there, somewhere in between the hyper hardcore fans that were all hyped up to be there, and then the reviewers that get paid to review games, and once they review Delta, they're going to be on to the next big thing, and they're going to forget Delta even exists. Somewhere in between there are going to be like the actual legitimate reviews of like, is Delta good or not? So I'm trying not to be all, wrapped up in that hype of like, oh my God, everybody said the game was amazing. I haven't heard one bad thing about it, blah, 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 blah. So I'm right there with you, though. I hope it does well. I hope it causes Konami to see like, oh, Metal Gear still has it. We can make a ton of money off this series, so let's continue making remakes. Let's make a new game eventually. Let's do some spin-offs. Let's collaborate with Platinum again and make, Metal Gear Solid Rising or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance 2. Let's do a Gray Fox game. Let's do, you know what I mean? I hope so. I'm right there with you guys. Why can't they give us both Snake vs. Monkey and Bomberman on the Steam version of the game? Good question. I think modders will eventually give that to us. But, yeah, we'll see. We shall see. I don't know what's going on in chat, but I'll take care of that very quickly. My bad, you guys. Sometimes I'm still catching up with chat, so it's like I don't see that all the time here. Should be good now, right? Where was I? Trying to catch up with chat till we get started here. Yo, what up, AJ? How you doing? Emiliano, welcome, welcome, welcome. Just happened to say hi. Thank you for your guide on MGS2 and 3's max rank. Oh, no problem, man. You working on the max rank guy or the max rank playthroughs right now for the platinum? A lot of people are doing that right now, and it makes me happy seeing that. Like, everybody was on that same wavelength, I should say, of playing and getting the platinums before Delta comes out. Is the day one edition physical only? I believe so, yeah. The tactical edition. Yo, Clint, how you doing? They should do DLC for Eva. What do you think? It could show how Eva died because the big boss mentioned her death? DLC for Eva. Not really sure. No physical copy, or you can download and play offline. Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, did they say that? That it was... Huh. Yeah, that sucks if that's the case, Charlie. What if in MGS6 we get to play as Venom again, and this time we're able to build Outer Heaven in our own? Yeah, I think a lot of people want to see the actual game that we thought TPP was going to be. Like that whole era. I think it'd be pretty cool. But at that point, we're really getting into like the middle ground of like, we're running out of like where we can make games in between each game, you know, at that point. Foxen is going to be the end of Metal Gear Online series. I think so. Currently watching MGS1 Big Boss rank. I hope I finish the run. Oh yeah, you'll get it done. MGS1 is pretty generous, to be honest with you. Stillman was longer in that kitchen room than Snake was in a coma. Peg-legged Peter. Too many licensing problems, though, for MGS4. Oh, yeah, but MGS4 coming off the PS3 would be nice. I honestly don't think the licensing issues are as big of a deal as everybody thinks, but maybe. We'll see. I think it's more of a technical hurdle at that point. Want them to remake Metal Gear 1 and 2? Yeah, same. The 8-bit games deserve to be remade. Yeah, but that's going to take a bit more work because there's honestly almost no story in Metal Gear 1, so they have to kind of make it more of a fleshed out thing, unless they combine the two games and make it like a Ground Zeroes Phantom Pain type deal. Oh, I appreciate that, Hoop. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, content creator, video maker first, and then like a streamer. I don't stream that often. I mean, I'm trying to do it now to get back into it for Delta, but I appreciate you stopping by the stream. I really appreciate it. Did you see Dustin's review? Dustin's or Destin's? Because I don't think Destin's put out his review. I'm not familiar with who Dustin is, though. Destin is one of the people under embargo, so he can't tell us his impressions until the 22nd. I think the Day 1 edition is physical only, yeah. Old Snake is your favorite. MGS4 gameplay and CQC is peak. I agree. I think MGS4 is the peak, like, classic Metal Gear gameplay. Honestly, I think it's probably the best gameplay in the whole series, if you're asking me. I know that's controversial because TPP exists, but... Clint, you're a little sleepy? Same, man. Monday. Yo, another person. Sword says, appreciate the guides. Got MGS2 plat yesterday thanks to your videos. Yo, I appreciate, one, you checking out the videos, and two, you stopping by the stream. Huge congrats on the MGS2 plat. Like I keep saying, that is a huge achievement. That game is not easy. Metal Gear Rising looks so good in that Konami preview. In the end, environments were more bland, but you find cooler locations by avoiding noisy foot placement. Gotcha. Ryan, how much do we have? How much do we have until the game starts? You talking about MGS3? We're going to play it in a second here. You only ever played the original MGO and Portable Ops? Gotcha. MGO 1 was fun, but MGO 2 is just like one of my favorite games of all time. Should I play MGS Portable Ops or should I skip it and get straight to Peace Walker? I think Portable Ops is cool. I would start it, and if it's not really like clicking with you, I would just skip to Peace Walker. I know a lot of people like the story of Portable Ops, but the gameplay is like really rough compared to Peace Walker. In terms of like the portable games, Peace Walker definitely improved on what Portable Ops started. So, copyright, but I hope modders fix it. They showed how Eva died. Yeah, exactly. That happened in MGS4. I didn't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But does anyone know why Metal Gear Solid are popular in Saudi Arabia? I don't, but I have noticed that it is very popular out there. I'm doing all right today, Clint. Just still waking up, getting ready to play some MGS3. Choose one Metal Gear game. Are you asking me top games? My favorite is MGS2, but I mean, I love all of them. Love your approach. Very friendly, very informative, but very bold. Oh, you think so? I'm very outspoken, that's for sure. But I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the compliments. You haven't played MGS5... Or sorry, you haven't played MGS in 15 years. Not going to it by playing old MGS. You haven't played in 15 years, so you're getting back into it now for Delta? That's cool. You think MGS... Or I think MGS4 is the best MGS with the soul and well-rounded. MGS5 has the best gameplay... And is a prototype for Peace Walker remake, in my opinion. Yeah, dude, a Peace Walker remake with, like, improved visuals, obviously, is the main thing, because it's a PSP game. But, yeah, remade in, like, Phantom Pain style, full co-op would go crazy. MGS2 Big Boss Run is all I have left for the plat, and I can't even do Tanker on one save. It's killing me. You'll get it down. You just have to just get the reps in. Just like everything else in life, it's just practice. Just get the reps in. The hardest part, I would say, is probably Olga for sure, and then the fucking Guard Rush are the two hardest. Because the sneaking around, like, once you get used to the mechanics and like how shooting works in the classic Metal Gear games, the sneaking part of those games aren't very difficult, to be honest with you. So it's just the bosses really for that game. And yeah, the fact that you only have 8 saves, so you don't really want to save in the tanker mission ever. Survive co-op was fun. Yeah, that was why I like that game. That game, I mean, I'm never gonna say it's the best Metal Gear, but it gets so much hate because I think people go off of just the story and they don't get to the point of like the main meat of the game, which was playing co-op online with friends and unlocking the better armor, the better you know, like the better gear, the better weapons, and then going back and trying to do like the extreme wormhole missions. And I don't know, the co-op was the absolute best part of that game for sure. But I mean, you have to get through the story to get to the co-op, so I get it. Yeah, MGO 2 is the GOAT easily. Ninja Gaiden 4 looks like a spiritual successor to MGO. It really does. Yeah, it really does. I want to try that game out. I kind of fell off of the whole Ninja Gaiden series a long time ago, but that's got me kind of wanting to revisit that whole series. Yo, is that my boy Ride in chat? What up, dude? You guys still playing Dune Ride? I know you guys are still playing WoW, but how's Dune treating you guys? Oh, you're on the Twitch and the YouTube, right? Distance review on YouTube yesterday. Distance review. You'll take Peace Walker Remake and MGS4 engine, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't think they'd do that though, to be honest with you. Go back to such an old engine that they have problems with now. That's the whole reason why they can't even port MGS4 was that engine. You had an 18-year hiatus. Holy. That's a long time. I agree with what you said about the event. I hated when some people badmouth MGS5's play event. I don't get why bad, but it's okay for movies to have press events. Oh, I don't know. I didn't get invited to the TPP press event, but I got invited to the MGO press event, and I had fun there. I really want MGS Portable Ops remake after Delta. Oh, I don't know if they'd remake Portable Ops. That'd be cool, though. Hey, everyone. I've never played MGS3. Should I pre-order MGS3 Delta? Should you pre-order it if you've never played it? I'm not sure. I don't want to say yes, and then you end up hating it. But I would wait for reviews, spoiler-free reviews, and if they if it sounds something like something you'd like to play after, you know, everybody else's impressions and hardcore fans' impressions and stuff, maybe give it a chance. But pre-order, I mean, if there's nothing else you're playing right now and it looks interesting to you from the trailers and from what you've heard about Metal Gear, then maybe. But when do you think we'll get more info on Master Collection Volume 2? I think at the earliest at the end of this year. If we get lucky, it'll be at the end of this year. Dune and WoW. That's the good combination. I don't know. I don't think I'd like Dune too much, just personally, because I'm not huge on survival games. But I mean, WoW is the GOAT. WoW is always going to be the GOAT. WoW is always going to have a special place in my heart for sure. No one here wants a Snake's Revenge remake. Very certain that no one here... oh, wait, I already read that. More tighter games than Kojima, except MGS1. Kojima is more of a Western phenomenon. Yeah. I think Metal Gear's still big in the East, though. You played through Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, and they're fun? Oh, then yeah. Absolutely. For sure. If you found MGS 1 and 2 fun, especially 2, because 2 is very similar to 3 in terms of controls and stuff. Not exactly the same, but 3 kind of built off of 2. Have I pre-ordered it? Yeah, I have. Hiatus retcon. Am I putting on the cape for TBC next year? Yeah, I was talking to Swisha about that. Are you guys going to stay playing Alliance? That's the only thing where I'm kind of like, man, these guys are playing Alliance again. But, I mean, if the squad is playing Alliance, then I guess I'll level up like a Pally or something. I kind of want to tank this time around. Yeah, Liam and I have been in contact talking about TBC. All right, let me switch to the game now. We did enough yapping today. 4x3 scene. Since we're playing an old game today. All right, let's start it up. Let's actually play some games today. Been yapping it up these last few streams, but I have fun yapping. I have fun yapping to you guys, and I think you guys enjoy it too. Appreciate all the love on Twitter, by the way. Helps me a lot. You guys retweeting and everything, liking the stream. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing WoW again. I'm just taking a little break from MMOs, mostly because, you know, a lot of Metal Gear hype this year. Once Delta comes out, I want to hit it hard and make content for it and stream it. Obviously, that's like the main thing I've been waiting since, or the main game I've been waiting for since, what, 2023? So. Oh, you don't know yet? Oh, I thought it was pretty much guaranteed you guys would play Alliance since you guys devoted so much time in all these characters that you're playing now that I was like, there's no way these guys are going to want to play Horde and level up new characters. There's absolutely no way. What do I think is going to get the next remake? Probably MGS1, like I said. I think MGS1 is probably going to get the next remake for them, for Konami. That's where they're looking. You appreciate the feedback? I hope so. Sometimes I worry that I yap too much, but if there's anything like substantial, I do want to talk about it on stream, obviously. Like any like huge breaking news, and we've been getting a steady stream of news since the game is coming out in what, like 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks now. So as you can see, we left off at the after the ladder scene, after the, you know, the famous ladder scene that everybody loves. We're in the mountaintop maps. Let's get some codec calls going. I haven't played since we last played, so I'm going to be very rusty. I have been enjoying this playthrough of the original MGS3, though. I'm so used to playing the HD collection / Master Collection now that there's been a lot of changes in this, and I really enjoyed playing through it, like this version of it specifically.
Yeah, she's supposed to bring me the key. First, rendezvous with Eva and get the key from her. The rendezvous point is in the ruins at the summit.
Sit down, we've been waiting for this for a decade. What? Yeah, Metal Gear? I mean, there's not really much going on in World of Warcraft right now. I know they released classic Mist of Pandaria, and I leveled up my character and everything in that, and that was fun, but the rest of the squad isn't playing it, so I don't have any real investment in it. And retail's still going right now, but same thing, like everybody's playing vanilla, so I don't have like an inclination to like grind out retail right now. Maybe eventually. I kind of dip in and out of retail, you know, new patches and stuff.
Hypoxia is a very serious condition. In the worst cases, it can lead to pulmonary and
holy
cerebral
shit.
edema.
Cerebral edema, that's crazy.
Right now, but all the same, be careful.
So, what do I need to be careful about?
Where did I get my background there? I think it was a screenshot that I took, or like a frame of a video of like MGS2 loading up, the MGS2 menu.
Snake, climbing uphill takes a lot of stamina as it is, but on top of that, the air up there is thinner than normal.
Oh wait,
You're burning through
can't see the game?
stamina a
Oops.
lot faster than
That would help,
ever
right?
before.
All right, I haven't really done anything. All I did was change my camo. So, thanks for letting me know. Oh, it's because I had MGO. It's because I was playing MGO, and that was loaded in. Apologies. Yeah, like I said, I've just been playing codec calls while I talk to you guys, so you guys haven't missed anything.
I see you've caught a European rabbit. The European rabbit is said to have come
Why
from
not play
Mediterranean
MGS3?
originally.
Yeah, I'll probably play that next. I'll probably try I'll torture myself and play a Foxhound rank run on the 3DS version. See if I can even do it.
Rabbits are known to eat their own excrement.
They eat their own.
That's right. It's called cecal feces.
Disgusting.
When the rabbit eats fiber, the fiber is fermented in the rabbit's
This is an ASMR playthrough. I mean, yeah, you guys have played the game so much, you don't even need to see the gameplay.
The rabbit excretes
Yo, what up,
the
Jack? How you
substance
doing?
and then eats it again to absorb the nutrients.
That's a neat trick. I think I'll give it a try.
Ban Jack the Stripper.
Rabbits and humans don't work the
I'm just kidding. You really thought I was going
I
to...
thought you said MGO3.
a little, yeah.
I am going to play MGO3 later this year, I think. Just because it's like the 10-year anniversary, and I think the guys want to play it. So
What?
I don't know when we're going to do that. Probably closer to like October when the game actually came out. We'll do that.
Looks like you got your face painted in desert color. Desert is a brown colored face paint used for operation.
But yeah, Aaron, I think if you enjoyed MGS2, you'll definitely, I mean, I don't want to say definitely, but I think you'll like MGS3. MGS3 is a lot of people's favorite. So, it was my favorite for a long time.
You made it to the mountains. Those mountains are known as Krasnogorye. The name means the Red Mountain Ridge in Russian. The entire range has been fortified to act as a defense.
Gonna try Zombie Revenge with arcade stick. Default settings are with analog stick, replacing the arcade
The area
stick.
near the
Disgusting.
top has been dug with bunkers and trenches, and there are anti-aircraft gun emplacements everywhere.
Yeah, I hope they have new little like funny codec calls with the new camos. We'll see.
Oh, there's a provision store.
It was your favorite? What's your favorite now? MGS2, I think, is my favorite. My favorite changes all the time though, so maybe in a couple years it'll be MGS3 again, but MGS2 has been my favorite for quite a while now.
Keep going forward.
But I mean, I love all these games. It's hard to pick one, you know? It's so difficult for me to pick one. All right. Put our suppressor back on. Oh, no worries, Aaron. Thanks for stopping by. Be interested to get your take on Delta or old MGS3, whichever one you decide to play. Oh, this guy turned around very quickly. That's surprising. Oh, my boy is deep. God, I really take for granted. I was going to say the visuals, and this isn't even like... These visuals are kind of souped up because I'm playing on an emulator. But it was so hard to see back in the day. I really take the HD collection and the Master collection, whichever version, for granted. Ooh. Oh, shit, the guy's behind me. I might get caught here. Oh, maybe not? Oh, shit. Oh, no, I don't want them to call in. Don't call in, don't call in, don't call in. Please tell me I got it. Yes. Let's go. We got it. Some weird, I don't know if it's the emulator or my controller finally giving out because I've had this controller for over 15 years, but when I try to aim forward, sometimes Snake turns around and it's really annoying. It throws me completely off. I mean, this controller is old. It's pretty much time to retire this poor thing. All the abuse that it's gotten in MGO2. I don't even know how it's still working, to be honest with you guys. But I'm glad it is. We've been through a lot together, me and this controller. A lot of a lot of nights staying up till like 5 in the morning playing MGO2 back in the day. A lot of HD collection playthroughs and Foxhound runs and Big Boss runs, and we have been through a lot, me and this controller. That is for sure. I'm gonna be sad the day that it finally does die on me, and it is starting to show a few signs of giving out, like I'm saying, but I don't know why my auto aim isn't locking on today. How did I miss? Oh shit. Please don't wake your boy up. Thank you. Get out of here with that caution phase. All right, the next map is the one I'm worried about because I don't know how this looks on the PS2 version anymore. What can we do here? I'm going to try to do it the same way, I think. Question mark, maybe. What the? Who saw me? This guy up here? Oh, wow. That's pretty much the same, I think. I mean, to be fair, it has been a while since I played the HD collection even, so. So far, everything's pretty much the same. Which, good for me. Yo, Sonny, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is not the Master Collection. No, this is the original North American NTSC PS2 release of Metal Gear Solid 3. I thought it'd be a fun little way to switch it up since I am so used to playing the HD collection version that I thought I'd play the original PS2 version, so. You two better give me back my account or I'm going to start swinging hands and I might even cry. You haven't played MGS3 in years? So you can just go fresh into Delta? Yeah, that's good. I wish I had that perspective. I play MGS3 at least like 5 times a year, so.
You look like you could use some rest.
I'll be fine.
You remember
It's
CRT
just that
were
playing
much
is
more
too
blurry
long
because I
to
tried
feel
CRT
much
shaders,
difference.
but they were actually much sharper.
Where'd you get those
Yeah,
guns?
it was definitely a different experience playing these games back in the day on CRTs.
If
For
he knew,
sure.
I'd be dead already. No, this is his hobby. He's a sadist. He gets pleasure.
Metal
out
Gear
of making
Delta
peace.
lets you choose a tranquilizer gun from any Metal
Scum.
Gear. What would you choose? I mean, probably the easy gun. The easy gun is so broken. No bullet drop, infinite
That's
ammo,
strange to you?
laser sight to help
No.
aim.
I'm the same way.
You could rapid fire it with tactical reloading.
No.
Probably the easy gun. The easy gun's cracked.
Where'd you get this one?
Am I gonna be playing
got
on
it after the
PC or
Delta
console?
30.
Both. Probably PS5 to start off,
So, it's older than that.
but I do want to play the Steam version too, and I'm gonna get the
Code
Steam
breaking
version
is a
too.
desk job. Where'd you get this kind of skill?
Oh, I appreciate that,
Really wanna know?
Hasriel.
Hmm.
Well, too
Don't forget
bad.
to eat something. I don't really need to eat something because I got the
A girl's gotta have some secrets, you know.
the animals camo on, which lets me aim. It doesn't like when I'm hungry, it doesn't affect my aim like it usually does.
Shagohod is about to start, and it looks like someone might be
But
coming
yeah,
to score
absolutely.
blood.
Eating something and keeping your stamina up is crucial in this game.
His forces are on their way here.
You stopped playing the HD
Colonel's
collection
gathered
except
his
Peace Walker
troops
because of the
together
dog tag faded out in
If we
MGS2.
don't get a
Gotcha.
move on,
I
the
think
security
the
even
best way to
better.
experience these games is the Master Collection or the HD Collection nowadays. But
You'll
more so
notice
the Master Collection, honestly.
It unlocks the door to the underground tunnel.
But
Once you're in there, you
I
can
mean, any
follow the
version of
tunnel
these
to get
games is
inside
fine.
Groznygrad.
It's just you don't get the 60 FPS with
And
the
take this too.
with these versions, and you can feel it. You can feel the hard,
The
you know,
food of the
limit at
future,
30
a
FPS.
well-balanced meal for the space age.
The good old 4:3 ratio.
It's
Yep.
good to eat some real
No, this is
food.
normal version. This is the old version, not even subsistence. The original release. Yeah, appreciate the sub. Appreciate all the follows and subs, you guys. I really do appreciate it.
Taste like a wild beast.
The Delta hype is real indeed.
know
I mean,
where
honestly,
exactly
part of the reason why I'm
Groznygrad
streaming is
Solo
also
is
selfishly for me because it helps
In the
pass the
heart of the
time.
fortress, the weapons
It makes my hype for Delta a little. I mean, I'm still super hype, but I can kind of like focus on the stream, focus on chat, focus on, you know, the content, and I'm not constantly thinking about Delta and my plans for Delta and the content I want to make for Delta and what I want to do first for Delta. You know what I mean?
Finally, there's the West Wing, which is connected via a passageway.
Hello,
to
Wig.
the
This is my other personality.
That's where
uh,
Sokolov is.
It's almost like the easy gun makes the game
To get in
easier.
there,
Yep,
you have to enter the
exactly.
main
I mean, you still have to know what you're doing even with the easy gun.
Then,
Like using the
go to the
easy gun
passageway.
on extreme or Euro extreme
Mainly.
doesn't like
The
completely
West Wing of the weapons.
trivialize the game.
Got it.
There's just one problem.
Actually, it's called the easy gun scrub.
The West Wing is protected by the
You think the
highest
Hush
level of
Puppy is the
security.
easy gun? I
You
mean,
need
all the
the Colonel
tranquilizers,
class to
yeah,
get
just
in.
Colonel
pretty much
class.
trivialize the game at a certain
Here.
extent. To a
Look
certain
at this
extent.
picture.
You
Major
can get 60
Ivan
FPS on a
Major
version of
Ivan
MGS if you use other methods.
Pretend
What
to
up,
be
Mario?
you.
Yeah, there's like
How do I
cheats
do
and hacks
that?
and speed hacks and all that for emulators for sure. I just think it feels better to play on the HD
Steal his
collections and
clothes.
stuff.
You look similar from behind. They won't know the difference.
Like there's like this
If
weird
there's
aim
something,
acceleration and
you
shit when you
just have
play
to figure
on
something out. He should
on
be
an
somewhere
emulator.
in the East Wing.
And I'm sure I could configure the controls so there's like better dead zones and less of that. But I don't know, it just feels better for me to play on those newer versions, the Blue Point remakes.
All right.
But I mean, on an emulator, this game looks fine. I mean, I don't know how it looks
Take
on
Sokolov
stream,
out of there.
but I mean, this game for
Command
being a
said
game
you're
from
supposed to have
04
something
looks
for me.
really good. But again, this is on an emulator with,
There's a lake
you know,
30 miles
up-resed
north of here.
graphics and shit. So
I hit a wig there.
yeah, you can get the easy gun on any difficulty as long as you
It's a state-of-the-art ground
I think
effect.
it's if you get all the caratons, right? If you shoot all the
Ground
caratons in a
effect
playthrough.
vehicle. I can't fly one of those.
Yo,
Okay.
Gray, what up? What up? How you doing? How's your
I
Monday
happen to
going?
be an excellent pilot.
I played the old MGS1 and
Taking
MGS2
off from
PC
a
ports
lake
with
is
fixes when I
tricky.
first got into the
Plus,
series. They worked
it's not
fine.
like riding a motorcycle.
Yeah,
You've got to be more
you
delicate.
can MGS2 is fine. MGS1 I don't really like how it looks. I know some people like that it looks like clearer or like higher res, and I can understand that, but I think
Right.
I don't think anything
You
beats
handle
the
this
original
then.
4x3
I'll head for
unstretched,
Groznygrad.
pixelated, crunchy
Wait a
pixelated
minute.
PS1
There's something I wanted to
version of MGS1.
What?
Some, like I said, some people prefer the
story between you
PC
and the
version
boss?
because it is cleaner looking.
She was like a
But I like
mother
that old
and my
pixelated look.
master.
I think that's how Metal Gear Solid 1's supposed to look. MGS2, yeah, you can do
Deeper than
the
that.
fix, the patches. I forgot what it's called off the top of my head right now, but the patch for the
Belongs to the
PC
boss.
release of MGS2, and it works just fine. The only thing is pressure sensitivity
Nothing like
sucks.
that.
Do you hate her?
Like, absolutely sucks.
Does it have to be one or the other?
I know some people disagree with
Love or
me,
hate?
but I don't really care.
Between a man
I
and a
hate
woman?
pressure sensitivity.
You bet.
That's another reason why,
For
like,
10 years, we lived
I don't
and
mind,
died
like, the
together.
newer
You couldn't
versions of the
possibly
games.
understand.
And you think you can kill her now?
Ah,
That's your mission, isn't it? Assassinating the boss?
for Markor rank, I thought it was for all the Keraton, but you might be right. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I thought it was for all the Keraton, but maybe not. Or is that stealth camo? Now I'm getting confused. I don't remember.
Snake, is there anyone
Just
you
checking in. Oh, thanks for stopping by, dude. How's your day going? How's your week starting
I've
so
never
far?
been interested in other people's lives.
You were interested in the boss.
Looks good. Oh, I'm glad. It looks good on
She
stream.
was different.
Best part of the game coming up.
Really?
You watch someone play MGS2 for the first
How do you
time.
feel about
People
it?
always say it's crazy how Kojima predicted what's happened.
I should be
But when the
asking you
president
same
grabbed
question.
Raiden, it's hilarious because it's like Trump. That's hilarious.
How can you
That
know
is funny.
if it's
I never
part of
really
the
thought
show?
about that. Yeah, Kojima predicted the future in a lot of ways. The integral port? Yeah. I get what you're saying. Right.
Snake?
Yeah. It's like the fake integral port, right? Because it was named integral, but it wasn't really like the full version of it. You ignored them? They're not your thing? Gotcha. Would I recommend Master Collection MGS1 or Duck Station? I mean,
What's wrong?
if you're not against emulating and you like getting into like making the game look exactly how you want or making it look better, quote unquote, then probably Duck Station if that's your thing. But I would recommend the Master Collection Volume 1 for someone who's just like plug in and play, you know what I mean, that just wants to play MGS1. And I'd say the version of MGS1 that you find on the in the Master Collection gives you more options in terms of like
What about you?
different
I've got to hurry back
languages
to
from
the
different
town.
regions, because back then they used to dub the games for all the different, well, not all the languages obviously, but a lot of the
That's
different
stupid.
languages and
I know
regions.
there's a spy.
And the Master
There's no
Collection
way
has
you
all of
could
that
run this file
neatly
by
bundled
yourself.
in. Sure, you could download every single ISO of all the different regions that MGS1 came out and keep them in folders nice and organized yourself. But I think for like ease of access, I would recommend MGS1. And I personally like how it looks in the Master Collection. I think, again, the Duck Station version, like just standard out of the box, looks a bit too clean for me. I like pixelated. That's how I remember MGS1 looking, and I think that's how MGS1 is supposed to look. I don't like upresing the game's times 16 native resolution to like 4K for a PS1 game. I personally think that's a bit ridiculous, and like, why? But I get some people like that, like making games look like fucking, I don't know, crazy clear and much better graphics than when they actually released. So like, that's the whole controversy when the Master Collection came out. Like, what do you mean a game from 1998 isn't running at 4K 9,000 FPS? And I was just like, because it didn't run that way in 1998, and it's a PS1 game, not a fucking Battlefield 6 game from 2025. But I don't know. That's just me. Oh shit. Going bowling, boys. All the Keratons is stealth. There you go. But yeah, you can unlock the easy gun on every difficulty. I think I actually have it in this
Died before I could
playthrough.
get it out of him.
Spreading misinformation, always knew it was a damn AI.
Wasn't the spy then?
It's the ones they have to shoot on the bike. Yeah, toward the end of the game, those are kind of tough to get. I always try to go for that on a like Foxhound playthrough, because
Transmitter?
you can use the RPG and it makes it a little bit easier,
Why did
just
he
like
keep
spamming the
someone informed of
RPG.
his location? Does this
Metal
mean
Gear Solid
Raiden
Delta
was
should
the
be on the
spy?
PS4.
Perhaps he was
You
being
think so?
used by someone else.
I mean, the Master Collection
Perhaps.
was.
This man was our comrade.
Comrade or
MGS1
not,
is definitely better
he's
on
of
Duck
no
Station. You
use to
think
us now.
MGS2 and 3 with the HD fix is
I
pretty
don't
good?
approve of your
Yeah,
methods.
any way you decide to play it
I
is
don't
fine.
need your approval.
I just don't think that the
I'm in command.
Master Collection versions were like as horrible as people say. Like it got to a point where people are like,
Still feeling
in the
sore
Armory
about
Basement Level
you?
2, there was missing audio when you would use the chaff grenade, and it's like, okay, for a new player, they're not gonna know any of that. So like,
Major.
sure, someone like us who like, you know,
Information and espionage.
and not even me sometimes, because like
Root out spies wherever they
certain small things like that, I'm not even gonna notice until you point it out to me, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that does sound different than
Potential
the original
threats must be
release. But like,
weeded out.
people were getting really into the
Your
weeds in terms of
feelings are a
like,
menace to the unity of our
did you notice in
organization.
the Master Collection, the Basement Armory 2 and the audio when you would go by a door and you had the chaff grenade? It's like, no, and nobody else knew that either. Like,
Accomplish so much.
it's fine. That doesn't detract from the experience. But I get being a purist and wanting like new players to experience it how you experienced it. But
It was the American?
I think it was a little
No.
too overblown
Not have
at a certain
reached
point. There was absolutely problems with the Master Collection at launch. Don't get me wrong, but some of the problems were like,
Who?
really, guys? Like, did we go this hard for the HD Collection? Because the HD Collection has a ton of problems too. A lot of problems.
Boss.
In Delta, you're
Where
gonna
have
see new
you
playthroughs and strats. Yeah, absolutely.
The
What's a
fear
PS1
and
game without the
greed of
wobble?
fall.
Exactly. 8 times 120 FPS, baby. Yeah. Some people love that. And hey, if you can do it and it's playable, do your thing. You like having achievements for the Master Collection versions? Yeah, you could always do like the retro achievements and stuff.
That
There's like a
leaves
site
only the
called Retro
fury.
Achievements that does like their own
How could the
achievements
legendary
for
Cobras
older
be beaten
games.
so easily?
And so you could always do that, but I get like wanting the official like PlayStation trophy list or like the official Steam achievements, you know?
Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't like 4K
I'll
on my
take care
classic
of him.
games. Yeah, I mean,
What
it's
is
cool
he
nowadays because games look so
Must be
amazing
more than
now
a
that
Sokolov.
like it makes sense that you want like the latest bells and whistles and options and, you know, games are damn near like movies now. My gameplay of Delta is going to be 95 hours, with 90 of those spent with Rykov. Codec calls are night and day difference on a CRT and LED type TV/PC and MGS1.
Colonel,
Yeah.
tighten the security on this place.
Snake's radio combo with Eva
He's
about
coming
Rykov
here,
is
I'm
funny as
sure of
fuck.
it.
There's a lot of good ones in this game.
I'm gonna get the Davy
All right, Clint, take it easy, man. Can't wait for DSP to play Delta. You guys think he's going to? He's going to do another redemption run? Oh, man, I'd love to see that. That'd be hilarious. I always get a kick out of his playthroughs. The only way they could get Delta on PS4 is downgrading from Unreal Engine 5 to 4, like the last 2 Ghost Recon games.
Hmm?
Yeah. I get that a lot of people still are on the PS4, like, you know, last gen, but... And a lot of games are still kind of releasing for last gen, but, damn, we're like, how many years into this gen now? And I didn't upgrade for the longest time. That's coming from someone who didn't upgrade for, like, years. I understand to a certain extent in terms of the collection itself, you're paying for it compared to emulators, so there's those expectations. The plug-and-play nature of Master Collection will appeal to that audience, and the emulation boys can emulate it. Yeah, you've been able to emulate MGS1 for decades. So, and I get a lot of people want to stick it to Konami and stuff, but from my perspective, a lot of, you know, the Master Collection was meant for mostly fans, yeah, but also for newer players. And the newer players are not going to know these, like, little nuanced things, you know? Hell, like, even something like the codec delay, right, that was present in the original HD Collection and Legacy Collection, a lot of people didn't even know what the hell I was talking about when I brought that up. But if you play the HD Collection or you emulate the HD Collection of MGS2, every time certain codec calls load up, there's a delay. There's a really annoying delay that wasn't present in the original versions of MGS2, and they fixed it. It was something that Bluepoint introduced. I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it, but it was something that they introduced, and it was there in the HD and by extension the Legacy Collection. But thankfully, it was fixed in the Master Collection. But again, that's a little problem that, in the same vein as the whole, you know, the joke that I was making about the audio issues and newer players not knowing that. That's in the same vein. Like, a newer player picks up a PS3 with the HD Collection. They're not going to load up MGS2 and notice that the codec calls are delayed. Like, that's not something that a new player is going to notice. They might notice that, like, why does it take the codec calls to... Like, the codec calls, why do they start a little after the codec screen comes up? Maybe they do notice, but They're not going to know that that was something introduced in the original HD collection back in 2011. And you know what I mean? Like, that's just getting into the real, like, nitty gritty of the games. And yeah, it's not something that a new player would notice or even bother with. So, all right, everybody's favorite boss. This is probably going to take me a couple of tries. Just full disclaimer here. But, whatever. It's a necessary evil. People nitpick everything. Yeah. I mean, people are passionate about this series. You can't really blame them, you know? That's Unreal Engine 5 game. They barely run that well on PS5. Yeah. Although I haven't heard anything about Delta running poorly on the PS5 Pro, at least. How it runs on the base PS5, which is what I have, we will not know for a while till release. But I know on PC, at least the PC builds that they had at the New York event, and on the PS5 Pro, there have been no complaints that I've seen about how Delta runs. So, yeah, we'll have to see how it actually runs on base PS5s. PS4 MGS Delta right now. Ocelot and Volgan made me think the gays are brutal as fuck growing up. That they're all, like, sadistic and, like, oh, man, that's funny. Zoomers will know how to get past the first home screen, press start. We got a lot of Zoomers in here. I love my Zoomers. They show me love. Even though I'm old, they show me love in chat, in stream. Can't wait for games to look like their CGI trailers. That'll be the peak of graphics. They're getting damn close. You only played remake Unreal Engine 5? Thought the story most political remake intended for 4-year-olds? I know nothing about Final Fantasy. I've never played a Final Fantasy game other than 14. And I stopped playing that after a couple months too, so I have never played Final Fantasy in my life. Maybe something they didn't catch in the PS3 Vita HD collection? Yeah. No, they introduced it. They introduced the codec delay, if that's what you're referring to, Mario. The HD collection, the Legacy collection, the Master collection, what do you think is next? I don't think we're getting another collection after this, since it is available on PC. I think that's it. Maybe we'll get the HD Legacy Master collection someday. All of them combined. And the Essential collection, yeah. This is where the fun begins? Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. I'm scared. Oh, he's on... Already starting with the bullshit. Oh, there he is. Is he down there? Oh, no. Oh, he is! Holy shit. Oh, I'm gonna die. I hate this boss so much. Oh, I missed the last one. Stay there, stay there. Let's go. Actually, pretty painless. That was one of the better Furies I've ever had, I think. I missed a shot, but...
Boss.
First try, baby. First try. Let's get it. The Rage. Yeah, the Rage. The Rage, according to Gaming Bolt. Shout out Gaming Bolt.
Join the shot.
Yo, what up, Undead Killer? Yeah, I hate the Fury, too. The Rage, that's so funny. We're going to call him that from now on, and people are going to be like, wow, this guy makes Metal Gear content? He doesn't even know the right name. What y'all know about the Rage? You got yourself the PS5 Pro for Delta? Lucky. I got a base. I got the basic bitch base PS5. Delta needs to fix boss AI. I think they said a while ago that they did improve the boss AI, at least in the modern control scheme.
Mission control. Do you read me?
Biggest gripe with the Master Collection is lack of custom key mapping. That's literally it. Yeah, that is rough. You can't release a game like that and not have more options when it comes to how to control it, you know? That is, especially on PC. You hope they made new conversations for the new camouflages? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I hope so too. That'd be really cool. Do I think Delta will have IRL guns in game? Yeah, I think so. I think the story mode will. I don't think this is probably so loud for you guys. I think the story mode will. I think they already confirmed, kinda, sorta, soft confirmed that Fox Hunt won't have actual games or actual guns in the game. But I think we're still gonna see the AK. I think we're still gonna see the M16 and the Mark 22 and all that in the actual story mode, which is the most important part, right? Like, only weirdos like me and like 5 other people in chat care about the online multiplayer to to Metal Gear, so it's not a huge deal to most people. The presser right here, right? Yeah. Not that I really need it at this point, right? So to answer your question, yes, I think we'll still be seeing the actual real life naming conventions for the weapons in Delta. Oh yeah, that was added in by Blue Point, whether it was intentional or on accident, Mario. Yeah, they kind of messed up the codec calls, but still completely playable. I'm not going to nitpick it. It's just like, I remember like trying to speedrun that game, and it would always annoy the shit out of me that before I could skip the cutscenes, or sorry, the codec calls, I would have to wait a second and then press the skip button. Like, you love how the knife wrecks the Fury's health, but not efficient to get close to the guy with the flamethrower. Yeah, there's a few differences with the Fury, the Rage actually, in this version and the HD collection version because of the frame rate. A lot of these bosses in this game are like their moves and their hitboxes and stuff. Not their yeah, their hitboxes, I guess you could say, of their attacks vary depending on the frame rate. I don't think it's all the bosses, but I know like the Fury is an example of that. So, but yeah, if you're ever able to get close to the Fury and you don't care about it being a non-lethal playthrough, yeah, you can absolutely wreck his shit with a knife, if you guys didn't know that. Like, it does stupid damage to him for some reason. I guess because it makes sense because he's wearing like a spacesuit. Oh my god, why is my auto aim so weird today? It's like not locking on. But it, like I was saying, it makes sense because he's wearing like a spacesuit, so if there's a rip in it, it makes sense that it would do... That's always like my headcanon of why the knife does so much damage to him. But that is completely, like a completely viable strat if you're just, like I said, trying to get through the game. You don't really care about non-lethal play. I'm wondering if this map, all these maps actually are the same layout, like the same enemy. Look at, see? It did that thing where it whipped me backward. Really annoying. Are these guys chilling? Are they facing the other way? Yeah. So far, I think it's the same. Oh, I wonder if this strat works. Yeah, this has to work. I think I remember doing this back in the day. Like pre-HD collection. Yeah, this has to work. There's no way this doesn't work. Oops, I already messed it up. Speaking of, does it work or not? It should work. I hope it works. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a while. Backpack, handkerchief.
This is HQ. What's going on?
There are signs of enemy infiltration. Commence alert formation.
Oh, did I do it right? Oh, did I do it too fast? I think I did it too fast. I think I did it too fast. Please, God. Please, God. Please, God. Let's go. We did it. Nice. It actually works. That's an old strat, apparently. Maybe Final Fantasy VII could be your first. Yeah, I mean, that's the fan favorite, right? Like, that's like the MGS 3 of Final Fantasy. Yeah, the Fury, the Rages, the Rages map, now you guys got me saying it, is much brighter in the trailer. But I think they saw that feedback since everybody was losing their goddamn minds about it. So I think that's one of the main sources of, or one of the main bits of feedback that they got, that they were like, all right, we got to tweak this. It's too bright. The Diddy strategy? Oh, no. Oh, no. called it? Yeah, somehow I did it first try. He's so that's such an annoying boss. Yo, what up, Kariba? How you doing? Snake is gonna look really crispy in Delta after fighting this guy. Yeah, literally. Yeah, he's always annoying. Even like the best of the best speedrunners in the world. It's such an RNG fight that it's like, yeah, you can get really good at like shooting and you know, aiming and how fast you are with the tactical reload and making sure you don't miss and all that, but the Fury just does what he wants. Like at the end of the day, he just does what he wants. But yeah, he is a cool character. I agree.
Sir.
The whole concept behind him is really cool, but he has the most annoying fight in this game for sure. You have terminal stage 3 stick drift on your controller? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been doing this more and more lately. Kind of makes me sad, man. I don't want to say goodbye to my PS3 controller. My little camouflage controller that I've had for years.
Here it is.
You know, I started playing the games trying to reduce RNG. Not a bit, but completely. Yeah. Gonna be weird not being able to train guards halfway across the map. I know, dude. I'm looking forward to it, though. I put up a little clip on my Twitter of, like, just basically saying the same thing that you just said, Mac 680. What's up, by the way? I said the same thing. I was like, oh, it's going to be so nice to, like, have new controller layouts and new aiming and bullet drop and all that. And then I showed a clip of just, like, how easy it is to get headshots across the map with, like, the auto-aim headshot that you can do. Although it hasn't been working for me today. I think I'm messing something up or my controller's just haywire, but... But yeah, that's one of the main things I'm looking forward to is bullet drop and the new controls messing with my mind after like 20 years of playing this game the same way. The hurt, the scared, the finished, the rage, the sad, the happy. Exactly right. Like the bootleg versions of all the bosses. You agree with me about the MC? It did have some issues, mainly trophies not unlocking after a while. Oh, I didn't want to get started with that. I'm sure you were there for in chat, Solid Snake, when that happened to me. When we didn't know about the VR mission bug in MGS1. And I did 300 VR missions and the trophy didn't pop.
What are you doing here?
And so I did another 300 again the next day. Who was there for that? One in chat if you were there for that. The VR saga.
Just like your commander.
And then I did it again on the PS4 version because I'm a freak.
Too late.
So I did 900 VR missions in MGS1.
Exactly.
What are you doing to that man? Ryan's wig? Is that you?
Are complete.
Nice Tech King. You've never seen that before? Oh yeah, that's an old school method. You just shoot as soon as you get into the lab. Now keep in mind that is only on Extreme and Euro Extreme, because Rykov spawns. I have to sneeze, but I can't. Rykov spawns at different points depending on the difficulty, so that won't work on certain difficulties. Not the Diddy strategy.
From any type of terrain.
Bro, use the blackmail strategy. It should have been me.
We couldn't figure out how to
Delta better let us wear his underwear. Oh my god, what if that's another DLC camo that you can wear? What if they have that, but then it lets you run faster? Like no camo index is given. Kind of like the swimsuit or the swim trunks in Peace Walker, where they make you run way faster, but they give you no camouflage or anything, and no armor.
That is when I came up with the idea for Phase 2.
But there's no way you could
do I think MGS5 is good or okay or ass? I think it's good. I know a lot of people, like, the cool thing now is to hate on MGS5, but I enjoyed it back then, and I've enjoyed every subsequent playthrough. Is it the best story? No. I don't even think it has the best gameplay. MGS4 is always going to have the best gameplay for me. That's just how it is. Like, I know that might trigger some people because there's like 5 minutes of gameplay in that game, but MGS4 I think is the perfect Metal Gear gameplay. But MGS5 is a close second to me. I know people hated that David Hayter wasn't a part of it and that it's unfinished and all that stuff. We've talked about that on stream before, but I absolutely loved Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes.
Acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Yes, precisely.
I'm gonna need the Phantom Pain headshot sound effect. I love the MGO2 headshot sound effect. The ping. So satisfying. I guess we'll have to use the Mosin more now. Oh, the Mosin's cracked. I'm kind of glad that we can use it in New Game Plus now. At least that's what it seems like. I'm wondering if RNG is a reality in video games or something naive players only encounter. Nah, RNG is definitely... Like, there's always going to be some form of RNG in Most games.
And you can launch a thermonuclear strike against any location in the United States from anywhere in the Soviet Union. It cannot be
What up, first
detected
names? You
by
agree we're
spy
just playing the
planes or
Phantom Pain?
satellites. It's a
Yeah.
little fortress
It's
capable
kind of
of
weird.
deploying
The Phantom Pain hate
technology
nowadays.
payload
I don't really know where that comes from. It wasn't really there when the game came out. Like, some people did not like I keep saying, Hater not being involved. A lot of people said they didn't like it because of the whole Kojima Konami drama. And then the fact that the last real chapter, the last mission of the game was unfinished. People kind of ran with that. And we're saying that the whole game was unfinished, that this was nowhere near the completed project and all that. And I've talked about all this on stream before. I don't believe that to be the case. I think the game was finished for the most part. People just didn't like it. People just didn't like the final product. But I think all of that and all the YouTube videos and all the conspiracy theories and all that drama with Konami and Kojima kind of like soured a lot of people on the game. And so now it's only gotten worse 10 years later. Like, I've seen a lot of TPP hate, a shitload. And it seems to be from hardcore fans. A lot of the new fans that have gotten into Metal Gear recently seem to really like and enjoy TPP. And that's kind of like the gateway drug for them to try the rest of the series. So.
But the Shagohod goes far beyond the level of threat.
I know Ryan's big with here, and a bunch of other people were. I had a bunch of people watching me play like the Master Collection the first day. Sunny puts 2. Perfect VR missions. Dude, I don't know what I was thinking doing that. That was a lot. That was a lot. I love the Acid games. I love both Acid games. I remember getting both for the PSP back in the day. Playing through them, having fun, watching the weird softcore pornography that Kojima included in the game for some odd reason. Not Kojima, but you know what I mean. The people who made Acid put into the game. Who remembers those videos that you could unlock of like random women doing random things, and you could watch it with like the Solid Eye, the little cardboard 3D Solid Eye that was included in the game. Strange times, very strange times. But I think Acid 2 has one of the best soundtracks in the entire series. No, the deluxe camos are not unlockables. No, that's some more misinformation that Konami hasn't done a good job disproving. The reason why people are saying that is because if you go on the stores to buy the game or pre-order the game, the white tuxedo says that you could get it by pre-ordering, or you could unlock it in-game. And I think that's going to be what you get for getting all the Gakko, the new, not the Keraton, but the Gakko, the duck, with like the ghillie suit on. If you find all those in-game and you shoot all of them, just like you get stealth camo for getting all the Keraton, you get the white tuxedo. I think that's what I'm speculating.
This is my lover.
And that's why people got mixed up, because the white tuxedo is kind of lumped in with the DLC camo. And so that's why people are saying like, oh yeah, but these you can unlock. Oh shit, I missed the cue. That's why people are saying like, these are already in the game and you're paying to unlock them early, like, you know, oh, predatory practice or whatever. Konami's evil. But I don't think that's true. I think the paid DLC camo are not unlockable at all in any way, shape, or form in the actual game. I think you have to pay for them, whether you get them included in the tactical edition, the deluxe edition, or by buying them separately as a microtransaction later. I think that's the only way to unlock them. So, will you be up all night for Delta? Well, it unlocks at like 6 o'clock in the morning for me, so I'll be playing all day for sure. And yeah, probably most of the night.
My mission is to rescue you.
The rifle CQCs were very unique in MGS4. Yeah, that has the most in-depth CQC system. MGS4 has the deepest CQC system in the entire series, I think. MGS4 has so many mechanics that it is a disservice you don't get. Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right. But that's why I love MGO2 so much, because you do get to use all those mechanics online, and they're all useful. It's useful to know to be good at CQC for like team sneak and stuff like that. It's useful to know how to aim and shoot. Not only the lethal weapons, but the non-lethal weapons. It's good to know how to use the sniper rifles. That's exactly why I liked MGO2 so much, is because I wanted more of MGS4. We didn't get it. I mean, the gameplay that's there is fun, but it's pretty much only acts like 1 and 2, and then like toward the end of the game you get a bit more gameplay, but it's not as much gameplay as we wanted. So then I would go online and get my fill of the gameplay there, since it's 99% the same thing, you know?
Sleep,
Exactly why I like MGO2 so much.
without a word of praise from others.
Sorry, but I think there's more than 5 minutes of gameplay in MGS4. Yeah, I'm being dramatic for sure. Loved MGS5 gameplay, but I got the Venom Snake reveal spoiled. Oh, that sucks, man. Getting the reveal at the end
All I
spoiled
wanted to
sucks
do
for sure.
was build space
MGS5
rockets.
isn't good enough for me. You want more? I feel like I'm missing
But
something.
it
Like
was
it's a
not
phantom
doing
pain.
it.
Yeah.
The
I don't know if I
space
buy into the whole
race
theory
was
that
bigger
that's what
than
Kojima was
Russian
going for. Like,
politicians.
like leaving you with an empty feeling. Maybe.
Space race and
I wouldn't put it
the
past
arms
him.
race are one and the
But I
same.
more so think he wanted to kind of.
Rockets.
He knew what we wanted. He knew the story that we wanted.
Scientists are always being
But he
used.
didn't want to give us that. I was thinking about the other day, actually, just recently, how
Watch over my family.
TPP really was the blueprint for Death Stranding. I think Kojima had that in his head, that type of world. Like open world, sort of barren, you know, game or like world setting, whatever you want to call it. And then adding the gameplay on top of that sort of world. And while it works really well for a sort of post-apocalyptic dystopian game like Death Stranding, we don't really like that. I say we generally as the Metal Gear fandom as a whole didn't really resonate with it because we are so used to, one, linear gameplay and storytelling, and two, like these maps are filled to the brim with like enemies and details on every corner. You could notice something, especially this game has like little animals and critters running around. There's like flowers and plants and different things you could shoot. You have the carotons as collectibles. We're used to that where it's, you know, it's a smaller game. It's a more linear experience. So you're able to pump it full of details. And then when you go to the Phantom Pain, like, yes, there's details and it's, you know, it's not as barren, I think, as people make it out to be. But there is no denying that it is much more barren compared to something like a Red Dead Redemption 2. Even like a GTA, you know, like, I definitely get that, that argument.
But a greasy freebooter.
I think TPP, for being the first outing for Kojima Productions and Kojima himself as their first open world game, wasn't a bad first attempt. Now you could argue, was it a bad Metal Gear? To a lot of people it was, because it is so different. But I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. Ooh, yo, the boss is so sick. I love that you can wear her CQC gloves in MGO2.
What is this fairy?
Oh shit.
It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are.
Yeah, it's such a cool cutscene, man. This whole sequence is so cool. Jeez, look how fast and how strong she is. He's a big dude. And she just knocked him down like it was nothing.
I see why they call you the boss. What was that? Some kind of judo?
No, it's called CQC, a basic form of close quarters combat.
Some kind of judo.
He and I developed it together.
Honestly, I love Kiefer's Venom. He isn't Big Boss, so him sounding... Yeah, I like his portrayal of Venom Snake.
I'll take it from
Isn't the use of triangle button in MGS4 something like in Delta?
Are you going to kill him?
It's an action button, yeah. It's to, like, press up against walls. It's to vault over small ledges and stuff.
for hurting.
It's also used to do special actions, like hiding as part of the broken statue at the beginning of the game. Stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of, from what I'm hearing. Actually, no, that's X in Delta, so no. But it does form... it is a similar function as the X button in Delta, if that's what you meant. Part of me feels that it was the honeymoon phase. Others may have genuinely disappointed by it, and then it snowballed. Yeah, good point, Mario. Could be. People say the game can run on a toaster, so MGS5 doesn't utilize any cutting-edge graphics. It's very bare bones. I mean, it's the Fox engine is... They ended up making MGS5, both Ground Zeroes and TPP, very well optimized. Like, the game isn't very big at all. And it also, yeah, it does run on, like, really low-end PCs, and it still has little issues like draw distance and stuff, regardless of the version of the game that you play. Obviously, if you're playing the PS3 version, it's going to have much more, you know, pop-in and stuff compared to, like, let's say the PC version. But, I mean, that's nitpicking, you know, at that point. it's a very well optimized experience, I will say. If there's nothing else that you can give that game because you hate it, you do have to give it up to the Kojima Productions team for optimizing the hell out of that game. What do I think about the cut Mission 51 Kingdom of Flies? I think it's okay. I don't think it's like super integral to the game, you know? It would have been cool to see fully fleshed out and play through it, but I don't think it's like this, oh my god, that completely changes the entire experience, you know? At least in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. MGS 5 hate is so forced. The story is kind of similar to Peace Walker and the gameplay is way different, but it's still a good Metal Gear game. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different experience. It's definitely a different Metal Gear experience. Honestly, some people might get mad in chat or like, you know, in other places if they heard me say this, but, and this is not even like a joke, but I honestly think Metal Gear Survive is closer to a traditional Metal Gear Solid game. Like when you close your eyes and I tell you in chat, close your eyes and think of Metal Gear, and like the first 10 things that you rattle off are probably like Snake, stealth, tactical, espionage, action, codec calls, cutscenes, you know, characters, lore, whatever. Survive had way more of that traditional setup than the Phantom Pain did. It honestly did. Like, I think if a lot more people gave Survive a chance, they'd actually end up... And if I should preface this before I go on, I should say, if you're a Metal Gear Solid 5 hater, like you hated Phantom Pain, you think it's way too different or way different than the original Metal Gear games, you didn't like the lack of story, the lack of codec calls, the lack of exposition, the lack of cutscenes, right? All of that. If you're one of those people in that camp, you would honestly like Survive more than the Phantom Pain, I think. I think that's a hot take, but I think it's true. Because Survive had way more of codec calls, way more exposition shown through codec calls and cutscenes. It had way more of the traditional Metal Gear like flow. But everybody just hates it because Yang Ya and Donkey and everybody else told you to hate it. So I think if people actually gave it a chance, I'm not going to tell you the story's going to wow you. I'm not going to tell you it's the best story since MGS 2 or 3 or whatever your favorite is. But in that one aspect, or in those couple of aspects, I think that Survive is much closer to what people wanted out of the Phantom Pain than what they got in the Phantom Pain. That's the best way I can put it. And I don't know if any of you guys in chat have played through Survive and can, you know, agree with that take, but it's something that I thought from the very beginning. From the very first playthrough of Survive, I was like, this is way closer to what people were bitching about wasn't in TPP than TPP was. And I wonder if people are going to notice that when they play through it. But like me and like 4 other people played through it, so like you didn't really get... Most of the reviews were like, oh, LOL, putting a fence down and poking through it, LOL, this game sucks, right guys? Fuck Konami, guys, right? Like that was the majority of the reviews. Nobody actually like played through it and, you know, like kind of put those two things together and were like, oh, this actually would have been much more like the traditional Metal Gears than the Phantom Pain even was. Like I wonder if those people that hated the Phantom Pain would have actually like vibed with Survive a bit more. I don't know. I still don't know the answer to that, but it's something that I think about often. Like, damn, if more people gave this game a chance, would they notice what I noticed? So, the story got way too complicated. I stopped trying to understand and stopped caring entirely. They were on acid making it. Delta more James Bond homage. How did I get into Metal Gear Solid? My older cousin. I remember him playing through MGS 1, and I was like, damn, this game's sick. I want to get better at this game so I can play through it too.
Let's see how you like this.
When you enter first-person view in MGS 1 after the dock on the lift, on any console it slows down. MGS 5 is just too smooth. Yeah, it is very smooth for sure.
Now answer me.
Let me lower this a little.
How much does the CIA know?
You love the white tuxedo. It's the OG Sean Connery Bond tux. True. Sokolov, quit yapping.
They're after my
You're licking your screen.
Aren't they? Your real target is the
yeah, they definitely kept that line in for sure. Volgan is me and Snake. Volgan is me, Snake is Jack the Stripper. When in the Phantom Pain, I discovered that many of the animals you gotta capture don't even appear in the world, but randomly appear in the cages you place. Is how I realized how empty the open world is. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Oh my god, I hated finding, what was the animal that I hated? I think it was like a tortoise. That tortoise would not spawn for me, man. That tortoise would not spawn for me. I had to do that mission like 30 times or so. There's some of that in FOB missions. What if MGS 5 was like Ground Zeroes, more linear and something like Camp Omega? I honestly think people prefer that, to be honest with you.
No use. He's not going
That's a
to
spicy
talk.
take, my guy. Yeah, I know it is, but it's true. And I can say that as someone who has played through Survive twice now.
Trained by me.
I think Kojima wanted to leave us with some kind of Phantom Pain, but I don't think he planned for it to get that far. The game could have been better overall. Fair enough. FOBs felt like Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. I don't know, I got super bored of FOBs. It all ended up being the same thing, and then like you would get through every FOB doing the same exact thing. There was like the same strat for everybody's FOB because everybody's FOB was the same thing. So it's like, it got real boring for me. And then when MGO3 came out, I was like, dude, I'm just going to play that. Like, I don't know. I feel like just like people complain about Phantom Pain being too samey after like Chapter 2, that's my complaint with FOB. Everybody had the same loadout. Everybody did the same strategy. Everybody, it was just like, whatever. I didn't explore too much of Kojima mentioned in Metal Gear 1 and just 5 connection. You know there's an MSX computer? Yeah, I mean, there's like the big connection of how you fight Big Boss twice. Once in Metal Gear 1 and once in Metal Gear 2. That's the biggest connection, but Kojima didn't want to tell that story. He didn't want to tell that story that everybody thought we were going to get of like him rescuing Naomi and meeting Gray Fox and like that whole era and setting up Outer Heaven and becoming the villain that we know him to be. Like, we didn't get that story because Kojima didn't want to tell that story.
Why?
It was clear as day that Kojima didn't want to tell that story.
If they knew where he was going to be, they wouldn't have gotten themselves slaughtered.
Blasphemy, exile the Metal Gear Survive fan from the community. It's true, though. I mean, it's true. People can deny it all they want, but Survive was much closer to a Metal Gear Solid game than the Phantom Pain was, if you look at it in that lens.
You don't trust me. Is that it?
Not that.
You can admit that you haven't played Survive mainly because I'm not into zombies, but I don't deny that there are zombies in 4 and 5.
What do you want me to do?
This torture scene would be too much. Yeah, it's going to be graphic as shit. That's a good point. If you go live and play MGO, I would love to join you and everyone else. Yeah, we played on Friday. We played last Friday.
I don't like those blue eyes of his.
But yeah, next time we play, for sure, you're invited. Anybody who has MGO 2 or Save MGO R downloaded. Leopard Tortoise. There you go, Sniper's Wolf. Yeah, that was the one. So annoying. I hated that thing.
He's all yours. Do it.
Willing to give Survivor a chance if it's included in the Master Collection. I won't mind even playing 5 again, but will avoid quiet till I level up. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the buddies, right? Because the buddies made the game like super easy. They basically played the game for you. I get all the complaints. I honestly do, but I still enjoy my time with 5 whenever I replay it. And I want to make it clear, I'm not saying Survive is a good game. I'm just saying in that one aspect, it's much closer to the traditional Metal Gear games than the Phantom Pain was. From the complaints that I've heard. I don't have those same complaints since I'm a gameplay guy and I like the story that was told in Phantom Pain. But for those people that, you know, complain about the lack of story, Survive has you covered, ironically enough. So
why are you protecting him?
Oh, you're talking about on Delta? Yeah, we're definitely going to play Fox Hunt whenever it comes out. I can't promise you guys that I'll stick with it, but we'll definitely be playing Fox Hunt as a group if they allow us to.
What are you talking
100 billion, that's chump change for for government these days. True. True.
I know.
I'm interested how the players found out about the cassette for the MSX. What do you mean?
Stop it.
Taking a fancy tour.
At the end of the game? Doesn't the game show you the MSX and everything? Is that what you're talking about?
I have no interest in this woman.
Survive is the one game that I haven't played. Oh, a lot of people haven't played it, for sure. I know that. I know a lot of people just skipped out on it, and that's fine. I'm not hating you guys if you don't play it. It's a Metal Gear spin-off, and it came out kind of freshly after the whole drama with Kojima and Konami, so I don't blame people for not playing it.
Here we go.
You always believed Survive was a test for Death Stranding? I mean, Kojima was gone by the time Survive came out, so I don't think he really had anything to do with it. Survive was more of a test, from what I was told, was more of a test for the people left at Kojima Productions at Konami that didn't go with Kojima. It was more of a test for them to get more familiar with the Fox engine, so they could potentially come out with another Metal Gear game after that. Obviously, that didn't happen. They went kind of silent for years when it comes to Metal Gear, and then the Fox engine got retired after they came out with the soccer game and all that. The game that used to be PES. They used it for that game, the Fox engine, and then they stopped using it entirely. But I don't think Kojima had anything to do with Survive. I mean, he did mention years ago that he had like a zombie-type game in mind, but it never came out, obviously, so... I don't know. The way that it was explained to me, it was basically the developers that were left behind. The Fox engine was infamous for being hard to work with. So they kind of like to keep their skills sharp and to try to see if they could create something using like Phantom Pain assets and Metal Gear 5 assets in general. They made Survive as like a little spin-off alternative universe story to go along with the Phantom Pain.
Lucky this time, Tatiana.
And a way to give us like co-op since we didn't get it in TPP. That's how it was explained to me from someone who worked at Konami at the time throughout the development of Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain, and Survive even. So if you want to believe the Konami employee that I know, you can. If you want to go off of conspiracy theories that other people have come up with, then you can do that too. But yeah, that's just how I was told, so.
Run.
Run. My reason for avoiding quiet is because I hate Mission 41 or whatever. Oh, the vehicles? Yeah. 1v1 me on Fox Hunt. Winner gets Jack the Stripper. Oh, man. You're going to give up Jack so easily?
I've prepared an escape route for us. Go out and
we got to play some MGO too. That's what we got to do.
Pass underneath the connecting passageway and go.
Were there zombies in 4? They weren't really zombies. They were just,
Quiet.
they were like nanomachine controlled soldiers that kind of were like kind of zombified a little bit. They weren't actual zombies. They weren't like reanimated dead soldiers, but they were kind of like soldiers that were taken control of, you know?
We'll meet up later.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't really zombies, but they were also zombies.
But I can't get too close to your cell. You'll have to figure a way out of
Oh, there's an audio of the MSX tape. That's what you're talking about? Yeah, I don't know. People data mining and shit. Extracting all the files and digging in and, you know, that's how people always find stuff out. Survive is the only Metal Gear Platinum I'm missing. Maybe we can do it together someday if I ever feel like punishing myself. Oh, man. I mean, I'd be down to play Survive again if we had a group to play with. For sure, because I have it on PC and I have it on PS4/PS5, so I'd be down. Zittle meow to call for his guards told me everything I needed to know. Wait, why didn't we get the... what's it called? I didn't skip the cutscene. That's weird. Hold on. I think if we save and reload... Let me see. That's very odd. I know you could play through what I'm going to play through multiple times back in the day if you saved here and reset. That was the way to like replay that little section. Hold on, I'm just going to skip this because I want to see something. I have no interest in this woman. Girl, we've been new. Yeah, it's true. I think Survive was Kojima's idea and Konami just continued it? Nah, I don't think so. The way that it was explained to me was it was completely thought up after Kojima left as, like I said, a way to kind of continue working with the Fox engine, being more familiarized with it, and then trying to make something new if they did feel comfortable enough after that. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they did get the idea from Kojima because Kojima did say that he wanted to do like a zombie type game years before that. There we go. There it is. Is it coming back for Delta? Question mark. Wink, wink. Not confirmed, but, you know, could be happening. Look at the sh-movement. You guys know about the sh-movement. shit. Super form now. So, who thinks we're getting this back for Delta, huh? Soccer? Yeah, I'm American. We call it soccer out here. God, I love the movement of this. Feels like I'm wave dashing in Melee or something. All right, it's time for me to go now. I don't think. I think I'll be back. Oh, for sure, man. Thanks for stopping by, Armstrong. I appreciate it. Rip Pez. The last Fox Engine game. Yeah, I always see people talk about wanting it for like the newer games. I'm like, damn, it's such an old engine. It does not hold up now by today's standards, and it's so hard to work with. And one of like the lead programmers responsible for the Fox engine left shortly after TPP was made. That was one of the reasons why they wanted to practice making Survive, or practice with the Fox engine, I should say, was because the main engineer behind the Fox engine left after the Phantom Pain. So they didn't feel the most comfortable using the engine. Guy Savage. Delta will be a rebirth. I hope so. I really hope so. Oh yeah, you were saying it felt like the game of the year for you last year. Did I play the original Silent 2? If you didn't like Silent Hill 2R, probably not. If you didn't like the remake, you probably won't like the original game, but I don't know. I felt miserable playing the remake. It felt incredible. Yeah. I mean, the best version before the original, or I mean, of the original, if you want to play the original, is the enhanced edition, the fan-made version on the PC. That's what I would recommend. You can find that online, searching for it very easily. But
Snake, what happened?
What do you think?
Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm feeling fine. I had the most amazing dream thanks to you.
Ah, you didn't really dream about Drac.
the Korean backdash, yeah, exactly. I'm playing Tekken over here.
Double feature. It was surreal.
Best part of the game. Damn, the Guy Savage is the best part of the game.
What's wrong with
You were in awe when you first found this nightmare sequence when you were a kid.
Complex, probably
Shit.
triggered by extreme stress. The external stimulus of the room is.
I've got a different.
Fuck no, you don't think we're getting it for Delta?
It was caused by your pillow.
Is that what you're saying, Sonny?
But I didn't.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance prototype, Zone of the Enders 3.
I'm sorry, Snake. I didn't know you were that.
What up, DC? My favorite section of this well-known stealth game. Yo, yeah, exactly right. It's the action sequence is your favorite. Good morning, though, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Hope your week's going well so far. Your start of the week.
I forgive you.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Your mom is in my
Snake,
DMs. Do you reckon
must be
it'd be the
way out
exact same game or recreate this in new graphics?
You'll find
I would like it to be recreated, but I think they would probably use the old game. Yeah, I think it'd be remade, man. I think it's going to be remade if it's going to be in Delta.
Snake, your right eye. The cornea and the lens
Just
are
joined the
really
YouTube
dumb
stream and
and
someone already
eyeball
said Jack the
structured.
Stripper, your mom is in my bed.
So
They're friends. They're just messing around.
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry.
Pest took off in
Snake.
1998,
I wish
Silent
there
Hill
was something
1999,
I
and
could
MGS in 1998. There's something good to say about Castlevania Symphony of the Night in
still
97. Yeah,
I
Symphony
know.
of the Night is a banger. That's one of
Don't do
Konami's best
anything
games.
crazy,
Although I'm
okay?
partial to Rondo Blood,
From
because
here
that's my
on,
favorite
it's going to be
Castlevania.
difficult to see out of your
Rondo
right
has
eye.
always been my favorite,
Attacking
but
in first
yeah,
person
Symphony of
view
the
will
Night
feel
is a
little
close
different
second
from
for sure.
before. Be careful.
Yeah, Guy Savage, I think they'd remake it if it is in Delta.
You need to build up your stamina before trying to escape. Without your stamina, you won't have the strength to punch and kick.
You'll take my advice. It
In
actually
any
has
case, you've
value.
got to eat
Nah,
something
I
to
mean,
restore your stamina.
I don't know.
That's an order.
If you didn't like the remake, I mean, maybe you'll like the old game, but if you do play the old game, you can get it one for free via the method that I just told you, which is the enhanced edition, which is a fan-made recreation patch, whatever you want to call it, for PC only. That's what I was playing before the remake came out, and it runs very well. It looks amazing, and it's the best version of the original experience. But
Snake,
I don't want to tell you that you'll like the original game if you didn't like the remake.
What happened?
I don't want to think about it.
Here's one of the most well-known coda calls in the entire series, I'd
I'm
say.
not even sure if I was really me.
At least it was just a dream. It's all over when you wake up.
True.
When you think about it, the fact that you can imagine a situation worse than the one you're in now means life can't be all that bad.
I sure hope so.
I want to be
Let
the
me
best.
tell you about the absolute
That's how Konami made
worst,
great games in
most
like 2-year
sickening
periods.
nightmare I ever had. This
Yeah,
isn't one for
all
the
their
kids.
teams were firing at like all
Okay, so
cylinders
there's
back
this
then.
big pile of
That is
crap,
true.
Right? It's shaped like a giant tank, and it's walking around on 2 legs, going on a rampage and stomping on people and houses and stuff. And this giant turd is carrying the nastiest missiles you ever saw. Like, whenever it launches one of its turd missiles, whatever it hits, people, trees, buildings, turns into shit.
Who thought of
My
this
hometown,
protocol is what I want to
my
know.
old school, my family, my girlfriend, old man John.
Not old man John.
Everything in that turd's path turned into shit.
The way that he says it too.
Man.
Good thing it was just a
Turn
dream,
into
huh?
shit.
Yes, that's a good thing.
You've never heard this?
Feeling better now?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Good. Then let's get down to business. You see, Snake, people are just sacks of shit, and they're full of holes.
People are just
Fill 'em
sacks of
up with
shit.
water, and it's got to come out from somewhere. Okay, maybe that was a bad example. What I'm trying to say is, no matter what the situation, there's always a way out.
Hank
Don't
must have
throw in
hit
the
Jack
towel
now.
yet.
We love Jack up in
Clear
here.
your mind. Think it through. Assess the situation. You'll find a
Love
way to
Cynthia,
escape.
Got it.
found by Cynthia Harrell in
Don't
the
let
wing.
my
Konami
nightmare
took it
come
out and
true.
remastered. Did they
Right.
really? Damn. Yeah, Cynthia Harrell's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Snake?
Eva, do they drug the prisoners here with hallucinogens?
I don't think that's their style. Why?
Because I just had
Had
the
a pretty bad
craziest
dream.
fucking shit you've ever heard of in your life.
Dream.
This monster that I'd never seen before was coming at me with a knife. And I wasn't me, I was something else.
I so love sticking
That doesn't
hands down
surprise
mystery
me.
toilets in Silent
You're
Hill
in a
2.
mild state of
It's so
shock from all
gross.
the
That game
pain
is
and
so like,
exhaustion
oh
you're going
man.
through.
A classic for sure.
Maybe one day you'll learn to stop hiding yourself.
What do you mean?
I know how you feel, Snake. I'm a spy too. You don't realize it, but the fake you is eating away at the real you.
He said, what the fuck?
Person you're
Have you guys
pretending
never
to
seen that
be
or heard that protocol
is
before?
becoming the person
I mean,
you
I guess
are.
it's hard to because
And the
it was
real
cut
you
out of
is
the HD
screaming out
collection
from
and stuff,
somewhere
right?
deep
Along with the
inside.
whole nightmare sequence.
That's what you saw in your dream.
Maybe so.
Maybe
I'd sing
so.
you a lullaby or something, but
No, you don't. You're going to abandon me like you did at Razvet. You're going to stay
So pick your
watch and
favorite
then you're going to
song.
leave in the morning.
and I'll sing it for you in your head.
Any song.
And you can have as
I lost my
many
phone once and I was
encores
tempted to
as
stick
you
my hand
want.
down the toilet since Silent Hill
Sounds
2 months. That's where you find things. Oh,
a
that's so
deal.
gross.
I'm sure you'll find a way to escape. Good luck.
Thanks.
Is she outing him? This call with Eva is too real. Yep. Eva's a real one, kind of, sort of, when she's not being
I'm
a triple
trying to
agent.
dig up as much as I can on that cell. Just sit tight.
Time to eat. Should we kick the rat? Should we try to kick the rat? Am I lucky today? Is this going to be a lucky run? Nope. No lucky run for us today. All right. Let's get this out. Let's get this out. 1, 2, 3. And one more for good measure. My voice is super quiet. Oh, maybe because I was, what's it called? I was chilling behind my mic. Sorry, let me move closer. Oh, you want more, huh? All right, this is my most dreaded part of the game, is the escape. Actually, we need this. I hate this part. Let's see if it works the same way as the old HD collection, as they would say in the UK. Yeah, I have a really sensitive mic, so I have to be right up on it. My bad. All right, well, that part worked the same way. Is it better now, though? That I'm not chilling? Or am I still low? Much better? Yeah, my bad. When I sit back a little bit, it affects the audio. My bad. I was chilling for a little bit. What's wrong? Ooh, I don't know if that's far enough. I think we got it. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's the same as the HD collection. Sweet. Maybe it's just... Oh, wait. Maybe it's just because of where I am in life, but I find myself relating to that in a degree. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about revisiting games, Mario, like years later when you're older or when your circumstances change in life, or
I'm coming to meet
you know,
the door at the north end is
just a different time, a different period.
Snake?
Things hit way harder. I've noticed as you get older, you go back and play these games where as a kid you were like, oh yeah, that's cool, Snake's such a badass, and blah, blah, blah. And then you go back when you're an adult and you're like, damn.
Yeah, and now all of Blasny
But I hope everything's going well for you, Mario. I hope life's treating you well, dude. And I hope it's nothing serious or scary or sad. You know, I'm always here if you need to talk to someone. I mean, you've been around forever, dude. Mario is one of my oldest viewers, and I think my first mod ever. So Mario has been around the block for sure. And it means a lot that you're still here, dude, like years later.
Right. And they just sent a unit out looking for you.
The game quality in 97 through 99 Konami period is on a similar level. Kojima's some mastermind game designer.
You should be able to
I think he has brilliant ideas, but ideas are only ideas until you find the right team to make them a reality. You know what I mean? It takes a whole team of people, talented people, to make a video game. It takes a whole group of talented people to make a movie. It takes a whole group of talented people to make music. You know what I mean? Sure, like a famous director might have the vision for the movie, might have like the vision for the scenes and the cuts and, you know, the way that the movie is presented, but he still needs cameramen, he still needs microphone people, he still needs the actors, he still needs, you know, the editors, the post-production team. Like, it's the same thing with video games. A lot of stuff is rightfully attributed to Kojima, but yeah, like you're saying, there's a ton of people around that time period, and even now, still in 2025, that are incredibly talented, and there's still good games coming out. But yeah, there was something more to your point. There was something around that era, and even I would say even up until like the late 2000s, the late aughts, up to like 2010, where there was just something in the water, man, or something in the video game industry where, I don't know, there was just banger after banger after like banger coming out around that time, and games were so unique. Games were so, you know, that was back when the AA game existed. Like, it wasn't just either your indie or your AAA. There was also sort of like the middle ground, which were called AA, like I'm saying. So even those games, like, companies were willing to take a chance, and they were willing to kind of, you know, not just like, not take huge risks, but they were willing to take more risks than companies are nowadays. That's for absolute sure. If anybody debates that, maybe they weren't around back then, but it's a fact that companies and publishers and developers were more willing to take chances back then, because the video games weren't as prolific, video games weren't as lucrative as they are nowadays. So everything now, and they are also obviously more expensive to make nowadays, so everything now is so meticulously like tracked and thought of beforehand, that like the amount of risks companies take nowadays are like so minimal compared to they were back, you know, back in that era, in those eras that we're describing.
I've been waiting for this. Nobody interfere.
You reckon the poster will be in Delta? I think so. That's Tamika. Yeah, I think Tamika. I don't know, but I think maybe they'll have a new girl doing the posters, but I don't know. You have to ask Tamika if she's the poster girl again. I've heard it in the original, but I'm trying to picture what they were saying the day they came up with him talking about crap. That's funny, huh? Oh, my homies hate Jack. I always love this part, running toward the waterfall. Yeah, it's a really cool sequence of the game.
Snake!
It is pretty serious. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like I said, if you want to open up, maybe not in chat, but to me or over Discord or whatever. I think we're both in Adam's Discord, right? So you can always hit me up if you need someone to talk to, dude. Should you play Rainbow Six Siege or MGS 3? I mean, I've never played Siege, so I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to say MGS 3, though. You hope they keep the transmitter sequence once you meet Eva in Delta? Yeah. I think they will. I think everything we know is going to be in the game. They've been showing that they are actually trying to include everything from the original game in the remake. I mean, going as far as having, like, Secret Theater and Snake versus Monkey. Like, I don't think they're going to make very many changes. Kojima done everything. Written by Kojima, directed by Kojima, music by Kojima, acting by Kojima, gameplay. Yeah, that's how some people treat it. He's just a one-man super developer that does everything. Looks more like talents than risks. They had incentive to be created back then. That's why some people play indie and retro games. It blows my mind nowadays that Vice City came out 1 year after GTA 3. Yeah, that's the other thing about games back then. They used to pump out the games. They seriously used to pump out games back then, like sequels and shit. That is true. Okay, you'll play MGS3. Nice.
So sad.
Early 2000s were good at different things. The games much looser, like some weird goth Japanese fashion in games, which aged horribly. Really? I think you couldn't be more wrong in that statement. I think everything you just described there, weird goth Japanese fashion, is huge now. What do you mean? Have you seen how kids are dressing now? It's literally exactly what you just described. Like, it's literally couldn't be, like, high fashion is literally what you just described. It looks like Japanese anime goth. At least high fashion. I don't know if you're talking about, like, how people dress normally, but the people that are into high fashion, it's exactly what you just described. The early 2000s are hot right now. All these kids that were born in, like, the late 90s or early 2000s, they're all nostalgic for that era again. So all that shit's coming back now, man. No friend me, your mom. I guess I'll go through the whole river since we're doing like a story playthrough. I think we only killed one guy on accident, right? We shot his dick off in the dock level. They all wear the long bell jean pants now. Yeah, that's one of the styles. The more flared out jeans and stuff. But a lot of it is goth. A lot of it is like oversized cargo pants with like fucking fishnet and like chains from their like belt line or like their belt loops and shit. Like it's very, oh yeah, here's the guy. The one guy that we killed on accident, we shot his poor dick off at the dock. Sorry, dude, I didn't mean to. I was trying to get the barrel behind you. Oops. Oopsie. That was the one guy we killed this entire playthrough. You fit into that cap in terms of gaming? What, like indie and retro? Admittedly, I play a lot more retro stuff. I don't really give that many indies a chance. I have a bad habit of not really playing indie games and just sticking to the series that I like, that I grew up with. I should really change that because there's so many good indie games. Like a perfect example, and it's not a game I would play. It's not my type of game, but a perfect example of like an indie game that took the world by storm recently is that Expedition 33. Everybody's in their mom is talking about that damn game. I don't like RPGs though. I'm not a turn-based RPG guy, like at all. Like not even a little bit. I don't like those games for the most part. The only one I've ever really beaten, I mean other than like Pokemon, is Legend of Dragoon. Who remembers Legend of Dragoon? The 4-disc PS1 game. That's the only RPG I really actually liked. Turn-based RPG. Poor guy, yeah, I know. Not only did he die, but he died in like the most painful, worst fucking way. Early 2000s are great. Oh my god, I'm not even paying attention right now. But more like for arcade games and similar cool tight games. Yeah, the arcades were still kind of kicking around that time too. That's true. 2000s gaming. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. Because that's like the era that like I was like playing games the most, and I discovered the games that I still play now, the series that I still play now, like Metal Gear. Because before then, it was pretty much everything that like my cousin was into or my cousins were into. That's what I would get into too and like try. But like once I got a little older and the early 2000s roll around, that's when I started like having my, you know, my preferences in games and what I like to play and the type of games that I liked. And a lot of those games are the games that I still play now. These ghosts are going to look insane in Delta. Yeah, the Sorrow looks kind of cool. He has like an aura around him in Delta from that little shot that we've seen in the trailer. Vampire Knight. I don't know if I've played that one. Japanese goth aesthetic, but it only also has tight gameplay. I gotta look that up. I'm not familiar with that game actually.
I can't.
Shoot me. You want to finish?
That screen still got you? Yeah, it's kind of... That screen used to scare me a little bit as a kid, too. When I was younger. Not now, guys, because I'm brave now.
The spirit of the warrior will always be with you. Don't be sad.
It's, oh, it's similar to Dragoon? That's cool. I like the more active RPGs. Oh, you know the other ones that I've played that are kind of active like that are the... And you guys are going to laugh. But, like, the Paper Mario games and the Paper Mario games and Super Mario RPG I actually really like too because they're just as involved. Like the actual turn-based mechanics. It's not as simple as like pressing like spell, fire attack, and then you see it play out. I like in Legend of Dragoon where like you would play as like, I don't know, like Dart or something, let's say, and then you do like his like double slash into the volcano, into the triple slash, you know what I mean? And you continue the combo if you timed it right. I kind of like that. Sort of like more engaged gameplay, and I know like you guys were saying in chat, Expedition 33 has that, right? It has like a whole parry system, so maybe I would like that game. I don't know. I just know myself, I'm not really into playing turn-based. That's why I haven't played Final Fantasy, because I'm not into like the traditional turn-based, like, okay, you attack and then you wait your turn and then the monster attacks. Like I'm telling you, only Pokemon, that's like the only game I can play like that, because I grew up with the cards. I grew up with the, you know, Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow and so on and so forth. So, yeah, and Pokemon even, I haven't played the last two releases, the last two generations of Pokemon I've totally skipped out on, so.
Snake, are you all right? That was a close call.
What the hell happened?
This has been bothering me. Your time is wrong. It's 14 days.
Almost crossed over to the other side.
What does it say on my thing?
Side. So that
15
really
days? Is it stuck or something?
Something on your mind, Snake?
Isn't it 15 days?
Major, was there a man in the Cobra unit called?
Or is it 14?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't think right now.
Soldier who fought alongside the boss.
What kind of
I'll change it after the stream. I have to go into like my stream elements and do a whole bunch of shit for the time. I'll double check it.
ESP, which was the subject of extensive research in the Soviet Union at the time. He was especially gifted as a medium.
It's interesting because it's the same influence as Devil May Cry. Oh, that's cool. Can't wait to see Spirit Camo and Delta. First run would be only be using Tiger Stripe and the sneaking suit. Gotcha. Can't go wrong with the old Tiger Stripe.
What about him and the boss? What was the story between them?
I don't know the details.
You played through PM64 and Thousand Year Door. I played through those as well, and then there's another one after that, right? That I didn't play. Yeah, I stopped after Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year Door is an amazing game. I didn't think anything would beat the first Paper Mario for me because of the nostalgia, but I think Thousand Year Door is such a banger game for the GameCube.
You know, those cliffs you were at. And the boss is the one who did him in.
You've played FF7 Remake.
2 years ago, the boss
They called Shinra fascist like they're Italian. Huh? I have no idea what any of that means.
Who'd gone back to the Soviet Union after the Cobras broke up at the end of the
That's
war.
what it says for me.
Except this time they were enemies.
Yeah, I'll have to like look up the time, see if I got it wrong.
Herself and accomplished her mission. At least.
Do you like my Hideo Kojima game? Perfect said good. Now let me scan your feet. Take them out. I won't ask again. That's so weird. That Stephanie got her feet scanned by Kojima. Oh, Kojima, never change. Yeah, Thousand Year Door was fire, dude.
Sure hope not.
So we got a new picture.
Otherwise, the whole mission
New pictures.
We're counting on you, pal.
Roger that.
I did not expect it to be that good.
Eva?
Snake, you didn't call. I was worried. Are you all right?
Yeah. I took a pretty freaky detour.
Got a lot of freaky things happening to Snake lately.
Nothing. Let's just say I'm back.
Good. But how did you escape
Controller
from
was
the
stuck.
sewers?
I jumped into the river.
From all the way up there? You're out of control.
Yeah, I got carried away by the current and almost drowned.
Great. That's perfect.
In the original, they're evil, but in the
That's
remake, they're
perfect.
fascists.
I mean, if you
Hmm.
ended up in the river, then I know a good
Interesting.
spot nearby. Let's meet up there.
Where is it?
Keep going upstream until you get
USB
in the
Kojima has left with all his ideas for when he dies is just
Waterfall.
thousands of folders of feed
Right.
scans. Yeah, all the different actors and actresses he scanned.
Meet in
I
there.
went back on your other stream cause I
The cave
realized when
behind
the
the
guy was
waterfall
talking
upstream.
about bullet
Got
drop he
it.
said aiming in
See you
first
there.
person is worse than third person, so that's the opposite than ground zeros.
Yeah, I thank you for the 10, by the way, dude. I appreciate the support, seriously. I really appreciate the support. Yeah, so that's what Pete said, but then I went on Twitter and people were saying the opposite. So I don't know if he got mixed up or if Pete's right or if the people on Twitter are right, but people are saying that the bullet drop when you're aiming in first person using the iron sights, let's say, of the Mark 22 is just like Ground Zeroes, where it's less bullet drop than aiming over the shoulder outside of the iron sights, if that makes sense, with the reticle. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know what the truth is, but all we know right now is that there's bullet drop. So how significant it's gonna be, we won't know until we play it. But
Waterfall, where Eva said she'd meet you, is up ahead to the north. Head
I
that
hope it's
direction.
pretty significant because it's gonna be fun to play the game with such a huge difference like that. And that might not seem like a huge difference, but it is a huge difference. I can tell you that.
The milk snake closely resembles the coral snake, but it's actually not venomous. Even so, you'll still take damage if it bites.
Thank you again for the support, dude. Justice for Stephanie. Yeah, she was supposed to be fragile, right? Or is that just like a rumor? I'm pretty sure Kojima said that
Pretty difficult. They really do.
or not
look
Kojima,
almost
but me, other people were
exactly
saying that
alike.
she was originally
I
in
guess
the
if I had to
in
pick
the talks to
something,
be
I'd say it's that the milk
be
snake
fragile
is
and
much
Death
less
Stranding, and then
Okay.
Kojima somehow got in contact with
Ah,
Leia
I just
Sado, and
thought of a better
the
way.
rest is
You're
history.
going to love this.
What?
Eat it.
Eat it.
Going naked all the way on the first
The
playthrough
guide
of Delta.
says milk snake
Yeah, they have that
tastes
new
very
Rambo
good.
camo. That seems interesting. I wonder what that gives you.
Right.
Supposedly, all the DLC camos have bonus effects. It's not just like appearances. So I'm interested to know what the all gold camo
Good
does
idea.
and the Rambo camo. Maybe you have like bonus damage, like slight bonus damage when you're using lethal weapons. If you use the Rambo sort of like naked camo with the
Pattern
bandolier,
clothing, face paint, tactical movements. These are the elements of camouflage that
and then
will
like the
allow you
all
to
gold
deceive
one.
your
I mean,
enemy.
there's got to be something positive that it
To
does, because
camouflage
that's gonna be like
yourself, first
negative
press the start button to check out the
camo
survival view.
index, camo rating.
Then
So
select
I wonder what
camouflage, and you'll see two more options.
what the positive.
Face
I mean,
and
maybe it's just a
uniform.
flex.
Choose
Maybe
face
it's just
to
a flex
apply
that you can
face
get through the
paint,
game with
and
all gold
uniform
camo.
to change your
That'd be a
field
fun
uniform.
challenge run.
Simple, really. Make sure and choose something
was a
that'll
rumor?
match your surroundings.
Did an interview that she was asked to be fragile and then never contacted. I thought something like that was the case. Yeah,
That area is known as Tico
the
Gorny.
Tranquil Mountain
It means
Ridge.
the Tranquil Mountain Ridge in Russian. Like the name says, it's the most beautiful riverbank in the region of Groznygrad. If you go upstream,
Maybe there's some
you'll
truth to
come
it.
to a
Yeah,
waterfall.
I never did.
I'll meet you
I
in the
mean,
cave
Death
behind
Stranding
that
wasn't a thing when I
waterfall.
met her in person.
Make your way up the
Like
river.
it was like years before Death Stranding was even released, like the first trailer. So she wouldn't know anything really, but at some point, supposedly, she was contacted by Kojima about being fragile, and they were in the early discussions about that, I guess, and it didn't end up panning out because of, because of Kojima, but because Kojima met Leia Sado more specifically, so. That kind of sucks because now that I'm remembering what Stephanie said, it was kind of like Kojima ghosted her, right? It wasn't just like, hey, we're going to go a different direction. Sorry. It was kind of just like she just never heard back. So if that's the truth, that's kind of shitty. Yeah, that's true, Sniper's Wolf. The same kind of deal did happen with Hater because, like, he had heard at the same time that we heard that MGS5 was happening, but he had never been contacted by Konami or Kojima, so, he kind of just found out when we found out that he wouldn't be voicing Snake, so. Yo, what up, Resigned? How you doing, man? Yo, you didn't end up going to the event, right, Resigned? To the New York event? Because if you did, I'm gonna drill you with questions. You probably lay golden chicken eggs. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, Ridenswig. He heard that a new game was happening, just like we did. Got in touch with his contacts at Konami. I'm assuming like Chris Zimmerman or something. And then obviously we know he didn't get contacted or asked to voice Snake.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana.
I mean, but here's the thing. It wasn't just TPP. Like, Kojima was actively looking to replace David Hayter since after, I want to say his MGS 2, maybe even before that.
Here's your equipment.
He never had any love for Hayter. Like, that's just how it is. Whether you love Kojima or you're indifferent about Kojima or you respect Kojima, wherever you're at in the Kojima scale, you can't deny that it's kind of shitty that, you know, someone as well known, someone as well respected in at least the Western fan base as David Hayter wasn't treated the way that he's being treated now. That's the one thing. You can hate Konami with all your guts, but the one thing that they're doing right, the one thing that they did that they're doing better than Kojima ever did, was treating the voice actors, the talent behind these iconic characters with respect. And maybe it's just a whole marketing ploy. Maybe they're just trying to look like the good guy in all of our eyes. Whatever it is, it's working. Because, I mean, again, at least for the Western, the English-speaking community, the voice actors are just as big as the characters in a lot of ways. So,
Want some?
No thanks.
they did make him re-audition for Snake in both MGS 3 and 4. Yeah.
Don't like snakes.
Guessing the Rambo outfit gives him unlimited ammo for the massive machine gun. Maybe. That'd be cool.
Didn't you have
For the
to
M60?
KGB?
In my
Justice for
training, we always
Steph.
got
Yeah,
the good
exactly.
stuff. French, Italian.
It's really nice seeing Konami treat David how he should have been treated from the start. Yeah, all of them. Like Lori Allen, like Cynthia Harrell, too. Like,
Call me Cynthia.
speaking of Cynthia.
Tell me something.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see that. Because, you know, the Metal Gear voice actors always kind of did their own thing. Like, they would go to all the cons, and they're nice enough to sign stuff and take pictures with fans on their own accord. But it seems like now Konami, as you saw at this event, at the New York event, they're putting them at the forefront. You know, they made sure David Hayter was there. They made sure Lori Allen was there. They were taking pictures with fans. Lori Allen was in full The Boss sneaking suit cosplay. Hell, they're even treating some of the more well-known community members like Ruby and Maul, two of the biggest cosplayers we have. They're including them in like the marketing and these events and stuff. It's really cool to see. As like a longtime fan, I have to say that. In that regard, the marketing for Delta has been really cool. Now, the lack of gameplay that we've been seeing and the hush-hush on the gameplay and all that I would probably change a little bit. I do things a little differently. But I can't fault them for, like we're saying, including the voice actors and actresses and, you know, making them more of like a focus this time around.
Snake. Thank you, Snake.
And then Kojima blew the budget.
I'll be your eyes from now.
Yeah, he did not like the English version, the English translation of MGS1. It's known. It's like infamous bit of information that Kojima hated it. Kojima hated Jeremy Blaustein's translation of it. He said he pretty much butchered the game. That's not the game that he made. So.
Thank you.
Stuffed up, but kind of funny when you imagine David here going, "What the fuck? There's another MGS." Yeah, can you imagine? Like, there's a Metal Gear happening and I'm not involved. Like, what? Love Kojima, but I think he was a bit jealous that David Hayter became more Metal Gear than him. Haters vs. Solid Snake is one of the biggest reasons everyone loved the game and character. Yeah, I think it was jealous that people were seeing David Hayter as Snake and not Kojima, because I think there's a lot of Kojima in what he thinks of himself, like in the Snakes. You know what I mean? That's in some way, Kojima sort of like self-inserted via the Snakes, both Solid Snake and Big Boss. So I think, yeah, he got jealous when people were like, "Oh my God, David Hayter is Snake to us."
Didn't you steal some explosives out of the fortress?
Hayter also commented on the fact when he spoke to Kiefer, he couldn't even remember his role. Holy shit! I don't think I ever saw that. I mean, I believe it. The bandages just reappeared again. The magic of video games. Even Laura and Cynthia got treated like less than. I mean, they weren't even mentioned, Mario. Like,
Tell me about it.
the voice actors are not a focus in the marketing at all. And I think it was one-sided because it was either for Kojima's birthday or for some celebration, maybe for MGS4's launch or something like that. I don't remember, but you can find this video on YouTube. I believe it's still up. But there's like a little video that David Hayter recorded for Kojima specifically, congratulating him on something. I'm a little, I'm drawing a blank right now on what it was. It was either his birthday or congratulating him for MGS4's release. But David Hayter was like in character as Snake, going through all these different little scenarios, like almost like recreating a battlefield, and he was speaking Japanese and congratulating Kojima for, again, whatever this was for. So I don't think David Hayter had that same like sort of indifference, I guess, to put it lightly. With Kojima, it was all Kojima against David Hayter. But yeah, if David Hayter, the main guy, the main voice actor, was getting treated like whatever, then yeah, Laurie Allen and Cynthia Harrell weren't even a thought in Kojima's head, I don't think. So
once the timer has been set, the countdown
should ban Jack the Stripper.
When the timer reaches 0, the bombs will all go off at once.
Is Konami back? Please send over some gameplay. I know. I want more gameplay, but I mean, at this point, we're 2 weeks out. I don't think we're going to get it. Maybe at Gamescom. We'll see.
I'll take care of it.
People saw the interviews with Sutherland where he's like, he doesn't know anything.
Did you get the date on
I'm so sad to find out that David Hayter was at the NYC event. I wanted to meet him so bad. Yeah, dude. They had a lot of people there. Laurie Allen in full boss outfit. David Hayter, the cosplayers, and then just like having, I don't know, seeing everybody from the community would have been cool. Whatever. They'll have more events in the future. But yeah, sad that you couldn't go, man. Well, he hired a rapper for MGS2 to counsel him on the localization. But what's from the English version? Plenty cool terms came from, like on-site procurement. Yeah, and codec. Codec came from Jeremy Blaustein too. Codec isn't like a military term. Codec is like a completely new sort of invention by Jeremy. So yeah, we owe Jeremy a lot on the Western English-speaking side of the fandom. We definitely owe him a lot. I don't know what Kojima's on about. I've never really looked into why he's so upset about the translation, but it is what it is. I'm happy with MGS1. I love that game. I love the voice acting. I love the dialogue. I love everything about that game. So
I'll get things ready for our escape. There's a rail bridge to the north.
That's not the game he made. Then who do I need to praise for the success of MGS1? I guess Jeremy, man. That's what I'm saying. The Twin Snakes uses a lot of Hideo's original dialogue, and it's actually inferior. Yeah, that is true.
Watch out for Ocelot. He suspects you're not who you say.
Going off of that point, you just brought up a good point, Rhineswig.
And I have my ways.
What people, so like, there's people that are upset that Delta is playing it too safe, that Konami is playing it too safe with Delta.
Let's go.
That the maps haven't been recreated, that it's not open world, that it's, you know, there isn't extra gameplay segments, and it doesn't play more like TPP. There's a whole plethora of reasons why people think that it's playing it too safe, and I have to agree to a certain extent. Personally, I would have liked to have seen some changes, but let's say we're in an alternative universe. This is an alternate universe. Kojima is still at Koji Pro at Konami, and he's still making Metal Gears. And in this timeline, Konami is still making Delta because they've seen the success of like the Resident Evil remakes and FF7's remakes. So we're in the same spot we're in now. The only difference is that Kojima is still at Konami, right? That's the only difference. I don't think a lot of people realize that if Kojima was in that spot,
what did you do that for?
He would take this opportunity, this opportunity of Delta coming out, a remake of coming out. Maybe he'd name it something different, but Kojima's Delta in this alternate universe, I don't think people realize it would be completely different, like story-wise, cutscene-wise, dialogue-wise, gameplay-wise, structure-wise, mechanically, everything you could think of, it would be completely different in pretty much every single way, shape, and form than Delta. Because if you go back and you look at Twin Snakes was supposed to be a one-for-one remake of MGS1, down to the way that the cutscenes were shot and recreated and everything. And when the first draft of that game came to Kojima saw it, he was like, no. You're just remaking what I did. Go nuts. Do it in your own style. And that's why we get the crazy Matrix-y early 2000s slow-mo, jumping off of missiles, backflip into a 360 no-scope type deal, was because Kojima said, no, I don't want the same thing again. I don't want you to do what I did. remake it and make it crazy. That's what he would do. I'm 100% guaranteeing that fact. If Kojima was still in charge of making remakes, or if he put it off to somebody else, the younger team at Koji Pro, he would tell them the same thing. Go nuts with it. Don't just remake MGS3. Make some changes to the story. Make some changes to this, and that. You know what I mean? I guarantee that's how it would be. I'm willing to bet money that's how it would be. So, like, all that to say, everybody giving Konami shit for... where are we at right now in the game? I have to think about what I'm doing here. Everybody giving Konami shit because it's like, you know, if they were to go out and try things, which I commend them for not doing that, but if they were to do that, people would bitch about like, oh my, how could they change MGS3, blah, 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 blah. It's so, you know, it's such an iconic game. How could you touch the Hideo Kojima masterpiece when Kojima, if he was still involved, 1,000% would do the same thing. He would 1,000% do the same thing. He'd be like, no, I already did that. That's old ground. Like, look at these old camera angles. Look at these shitty controls. Now, we're redoing this shit from the ground up. We're making this shit open world. We're doing all this stuff. But if Kojima did it, people wouldn't bitch. That's the difference. That's the main difference here. That's what I'm trying to get at. We're like, you can't blame Konami for just being like, no. This is a one-for-one remake. We made it prettier. Couple quality of life things, but the game is the same. Because they know if they made any changes, people would jump down their throat. But the funny thing is, the ironic thing is, if Kojima did it, people would praise him. Oh my, look, see, this is what a remake is. He's following what FF7 did and what these RE remakes did. He's expanding on the mechanics. He's doing. Then they'd praise him for it. It's like Konami is in such a shitty spot, and I don't blame them for doing what they did, which is just, you guys like this game. You guys are hardcore about this game. You guys like the story and the voice acting, and David Hayter's cool, isn't he, guys? So like all that's intact. We're even keeping the old ass animations. We're just improving the gameplay and we're making it look prettier. Like, I can't blame them for doing that. It's just, I think about this all the time where, like, the game would get probably so much praise if Kojima did it. And it's funny to me, it's ironic to me that Kojima would do the exact thing that people would hate on Konami for doing, and that's changing the game up. So it's just, I wish we could see into other timelines. I really do. I really wish we could see into other timelines and see how things pan out in them, you know? All right, I don't think the box trick works here, so I'm going to have to do something a little different. And what that is, we're just going to have to make up on the fly, because I don't remember how I used to do this back in the day. So let's bring... Okay, immediately didn't work. Yeah, the box trick does not work here, for sure. Want to figure this out. Let's try going more left. I think I can still... Let's try this before I get all my... Okay, that works. Then maybe we'll take out the two guys here. Boom. Boom. And then there's one more. He didn't see his guys getting knocked out. Perfect. And take him out too. That gives us enough time to dip. Who saw us? The tower guy? Do we have to take him out too? All right, well, that worked. My little plan worked. Actually, maybe if I don't roll there and I stick to the fence more. Let's see. I'll catch up with chat in just a second. I just want to figure this out because I haven't done this in years without the box trick. Oh, this guy saw this time? What is going on? Where is he going? Okay, this guy's distracted calling right now. So that might actually be the play. Oh, he still sees me. Fuck. How can we do this? Maybe I take out the tower guy too. Take me an extra second. I should probably just do that. Just to make it easier. Wow, why did I get caught that time? Alright, let me catch up with chat while I'm figuring this out. Definite art direction. I'm afraid it's been saying some actors don't get video games. I saw an interview with Kurt Russell. They asked. Oh yeah, I saw that too. Crazy Matrix shenanigans and Twin Snakes. So it got me into the series. Wow, that's crazy. That's cool though, because I like it too. I'm a huge Matrix fan, so I'm kind of glad that they did something different with it too. You know. And I think Kojima was too. I mean, he said as much. Oh my god, this is such a far... Nice. All right, we should be good now, right? Eat the dog. Gothic Jerry Seinfeld search the puffy shirt. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's no world where Konami would win. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet money that if Kojima was in charge of the remake, he might even fuck up the lore, man. He might just completely fuck up the whole lore and throw us for a loop and reboot the series if he was in charge. Honestly. Like, maybe in that alternate universe, he's still tired of making Metal Gear, but Konami's like, no, you got to do it. Trust me, now's the time for reboot. So he's like, you know what? Fine. You guys want to reboot? I'll reboot it, but I'm changing everything about it so we can make it a different type of game. I can honestly see him doing that.
Shagahod represents a grave threat to the West.
It gives us the ability. Oh my god, you guys are savage.
You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagahod. Do you think that's safe?
Well, I wouldn't
They need to
exactly
reimagine
say
it in a
safe.
creative way, though. The Resident Evil
Chris Jeff
remakes
is a
just
shrewd
watered the
leader.
originals down.
can't
I was just
imagine
using that
using
example.
it
I have no.
right
That's another game series that I've never played is Resident Evil. But from what I've heard, they're pretty well received, right? I don't know. It's probably the same thing in that fandom where some people love the remake, some people hate them.
We can't let him have it.
Agreed.
That leaves just one more mission for you to carry out.
The boss.
I think Kojima would have pulled something like Han Solo and not shoot. Yeah, exactly, right? Something,
now, just
some
focus
like
on
weird like
destroying the
retcon or change to the game that we know and love.
I'll let
Because
Sigurd
I'm sure,
fill
like,
in on how to destroy it.
again, hypothetically,
Yo, like
in
Eva
this
was
alternate
saying, if
universe,
you're looking to build the whole place
this
sky
parallel
high,
universe,
the best way is to take out those
I
liquid
think he'd
fuel
still
tanks
be
with the
tired of
C3.
making Metal Gear. So he would
You know there's 4
change it.
tanks in
He
there,
would be
right?
like, all right, we're
You
still
have
going to
to
work
put
on Metal Gear.
C3
I'm
on
still going
all
to be
4
the director of it.
to plant
But
the
we're
C3
rebooting
charge.
it. We're
All you
starting with
gotta do is
MGS3
put
and we're
the
going to
C3
change
and
everything
press
about
the
it.
weapon button while
Or
standing
at least like
from
the main
tank.
story beats so then we can use that as a platform to then
But,
change
make sure you
the,
don't
you know,
plant
the
it in the
rest of
wrong
the
place.
games.
You
Maybe
barely
Peace
got enough
Walker doesn't even
C3 as
exist.
it
Maybe
is,
after
right?
MGS3, we get some other story. Maybe we get the actual story that we wanted for TPP about
And
Big
be
Boss
careful.
in,
Liquid
you know,
fuel has a
Africa
nasty
and
habit of
and
going
setting
off
up
at the slightest shock. So don't
Outer
bother
Heaven
using any
and
heavy
Zanzibar
firepower
land
near
and
the tank
all these
unless you're
different,
aiming to get
you know,
yourself barbecued.
things that we never got to see established. Like, you never know. It's fun to think about that, though, at least for me. Yeah, like, exactly. Like, if he were to remake MGS1, like, maybe one of the changes that he'd keep Liquid alive, and that would change the trajectory of the rest of the series, you know what I mean? Like,
I'll make sure I finish planting all 4
it's
charges before I
interesting
start the
to
timer.
theory craft, to headcanon this type of stuff for me, at least. But
But
the one thing that I'm sure of is that Kojima would change things.
So make sure you get your ass out of that
He
place by
100%
then.
wouldn't play it safe
Think that's
like
about all
Konami's
I've
doing.
got.
And again,
The rest
I'm
is
not
up to
blaming Konami. It's
Good luck, pal.
the best
They're
route, the
counting on you.
safest route, the smartest route to do what they've been doing with this remake. I honestly stand by the fact that they are doing what they're supposed to in this sort of like predicament that they found themselves in wanting to make remakes. Oh, you know what? I didn't even equip my weapons because I was still testing out what to do here. Or did I? Oh, I did, right? Good. I don't know if this is going to work the same way that it works in the HD collection, but we shall see.
Snake,
Eva.
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge.
George Lucas needs to be
If we
stopped.
bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us. That should at least buy us some time. I've also
Yeah,
seen
exactly. I think so too. He'd go
So
back
we
and
can
change
play
what he
like
doesn't
learning.
like. Yeah, for
Just
sure.
finished planting the 2nd charge. Give me a little
We
more
play as
time.
Zero? Oh my god, that's a big
I'll be
change.
waiting for
In his
you at the
wheelchair?
bridge.
There's a guy here, right? Maybe not? Question mark? What's wrong? Turn around. No, dude, I had it. Damn, it was going so well. Somebody. Yeah, that was a little different from what I'm used to in the HD collection, but almost had it. Someone in front of me here? Oh, this dude. He's gonna keep me in alert. Yo, why are you guys all up here? Oh, this guy sees me. Alright, let me reset this. It's got shotgun in the back. Damn, so that doesn't work, or did I mess something up? Maybe I was too slow. I think I was too slow. I think I could do it. Sorry if I'm too negative. Nah, dude. There's many things that are still the same. The gameplay is really the only part I wanted changed. I mean, so then it sounds like they're doing kind of what you wanted then, right? What the fuck? They didn't even get... There we go. No, dude. All right. This is different. This is different. Damn. Why didn't they hear the first shot? That threw me off. Honestly, I would like to see that. I'd like to see it too, but there's a lot of people, like I'm telling you, I'm 100% sure if Konami made big changes to the established MGS 3, people would lose their minds because they're touching Kojima's masterpiece, you know? That's just the reality of it all, is people would lose their damn minds. Unfortunately. Because I'm one of the few people that, like, I wouldn't mind changes. I really wouldn't. I would love to see a different MGS 3, a different take on it. Honestly, I'm not just saying that to be like different and shit on the people who don't want any changes. I legitimately would enjoy a different take on this game. A different take on all the games, on the whole series. Like, I think I'm still going to be too slow at this. Shit.
Snake?
Final MGS Delta. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so scared. We're so scared right now. We're so scared right now. We're so scared right now. No, dude, I was about to put it down. Oh my god, it was literally like a millisecond. I'm sure you guys saw that. Fuck. I was right there, man. I would have put the C3 down. That was it. That was GG. From downtown? Bullet drop confirmed? What up, Konami ID? How you doing? Give anybody named Konami in here is gonna get begged for what's it called? For Delta early. Dude, you're killing me right now. Oh my god. Reset. Dude, I want to do this the way that I know how to do it because I know I can. But it's pissing me off. Maybe I got to take out that first guy because having to wait for him to patrol is making me take up too much time. Reimagining a game isn't the issue. Watering them down is. I mean, you could argue that Delta is a watered down MGS 3 because the gameplay is different, you know? I could see some people arguing that. Oh, shit. Fuck, I think I'm still going to be too slow. This part goes smoothly. It's just the third one, or the fourth one, sorry. We could do this the slow way and just take everybody out and take our time, but what's the fun in that? I want to make you guys suffer and watch the same thing 5 times. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Fuck! I did it again. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. This guy is here by the time I get up here. Damn, that sucks. Alright. Maybe... I'm trying to think of what I can do. If I know this guy's here, maybe I can chill at the top of the stairs here and take him out. Like this. Let's try that. But I think by the time I get there, he'll see me, right? That guy just tripped down there. Let's go. All right, let's see. Theory craft in here. Been a while.
Snake, I see.
Come on, man. Oh, I couldn't shoot that guy. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna take that guy out. That's so annoying. I'm just gonna take that guy out. It's pissing me off now. An Octo Camo pre-order? It sounds like you're gonna get what you want in Fox Hunt, at least. We're gonna get that new adaptive camo. That's what I call it. I don't know the official name for it, obviously, but... Oh my god, my auto aim sucks today. All right, so this should go the same way. So we're gonna go to the new strat here is to go to the top of the stairs, chill for a bit, and try to get the headshot off on the guy. See if that works. If that doesn't work, then I guess we're just gonna headshot everybody like we did back in the day. I guess I could wear the uniform too. There shouldn't be a guy here, right? Correct. All right. That guy said, what's wrong? Switch to this. Chill out here. Oh my god, I could have done it! Oh my god. Why did it work that time? Oh, I think it's the timing of the shot against the wall. If I do it a little bit delayed, the guy that says what's wrong gets a little bit delayed on his patrol. And so I'm able to do it. I was doing something wrong. All right. That's good to know. None of that probably made sense to any of you guys. But it made sense to me in my head. Thinking out loud. You heard the guards in Delta are more aggressive? I'd like to see that. I'd really like to see that. That's actually a cool change if that's true. When does MGS Master Collection 2 come out? No one knows just yet. Probably not till next year. I say at the earliest, if we get super lucky, they announce it at the end of this year, like fall. But we won't actually get to play it till sometime next year. Maybe, and that's a big maybe. Portable Ops is a must-have in the collection, along with Acid 1 and 2. I'd like to see those games included. I think the only must-have for me is MGS4. Everything else is just icing on the cake. But the main thing that I want is MGS4. I couldn't care less about anything else. They could make the Master Collection Volume 2 just MGS4, and I'd be happy.
We'll hurry up and get out of there.
Find all the new collectibles. We get Octo Camo? Maybe. MGS Delta doesn't have online until later, man. Fox Hut doesn't come out until way later. Sometime in the fall. Who wins in a 1v1 sneaker? Sneaker? Or Kratos? I'm guessing you meant to say Snake?
Why'd you come
I don't know. Isn't Kratos like a fucking demigod? Probably Kratos. Although Snake is like Batman, where if you give him enough preparation, you can take anybody out. Flip his ass over. Imagine if they port MGO2 in Master Collection. I know, that's what we're hoping for. Since we're not getting a fully fleshed out MGO, our last hope is getting MGO2 in the next Master Collection. If we get MGS4. I can imagine how happy. Oh man, if they gave me MGS4 with MGO2 intact, and they don't even have to include survival or tournament, literally just auto matching, free battle, and like the training lobbies. We don't even need the official games. But if they gave me that, I will never ask Konami for anything else in the future. I'm done. Whatever they end up making with Metal Gear, I'll play, I'll enjoy it, make content from it, whatever. But as far as like what I want, I'm done. Like I would be happy if that was the case. If they gave us MGS4, 1080p, a stable 60 FPS, available on PC and current gen consoles or next gen, whatever the hell it ends up coming out on. It's running at a consistent FPS, and MGO2 is included. I die happy at that point. I don't need anything else in life. I'm done. If they make MGS6, cool. If they make Metal Gear Rising or Vengeance 2 or Metal Gear Solid Rising, if they make a Raiden game or whatever, continue. I'm happy. Like I said, I'll try it. But all I need are those two things. And I'm completely content at that point. But MGS 4 is going to be hard enough. MGO 2 is like a pipe dream, I think. That is like full copium. You're huffing copium as your main source of air at that point if you think we're getting MGO 2. But stranger things have happened, so I never thought we'd see an MGS 3 remake, and here we are, 2 weeks away. So.
Such a fine woman she
You personally wouldn't put 5 in the collection because you can already... Yeah, I've said that too. You can get it on like every platform at this point. Sneaker versus the Rage. Big part of it for me is that I can't afford either a PS5 or Series XS or a PC. Upgrades would definitely be over $1,000. Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that for sure.
Yes, she was
This might be wishful thinking, but I think they're making MGO its own game. Could be. That's definitely a common speculation that I see in chat is maybe they're working on a standalone MGO. I don't know, though, if they'd waste resources on both Fox Hunt and a separate MGO. You know? I feel like if they're making MGO... They'd say they're making MGO, and then they'd tell us, like, it's not going to launch with Delta. It's going to be a standalone release in the future.
Go to hell.
But expect it soon. I don't see why they would make Fox Hunt and MGO on the side at the same time. But Jaguar King was in here the other day, and he was saying that maybe Fox Hunt is going to be, like, a way to collect, you know, information for Konami. Like, how many people are playing it. One, the demographic of the people playing it. What platforms people are playing it on. If people are asking for an MGO after the fact, after playing Fox Hunt, that could be the case. That's probably more likely is that they're using it as a way to collect information. I could see that. And then years from now, they make a standalone multiplayer.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Yeah, we all love Metal Gear in here. Konami ID. That's funny that your name is Konami ID, by the way. Konami ID was the biggest boss to play MGO 2 back in the day. Creating your Konami ID to then create a game ID so then you could log into the game while also having your PSN. So you basically had to have 3 accounts to play MGO back in the day. How did it come out Sneaker? I said Snake. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what you were talking about, but then I realized you probably just auto-corrected Snake. No worries. I knew what you were saying. Appreciate all the love on Twitter, by the way. I really appreciate all the likes and the retweets.
Rocket technology, the Cobra unit.
They make MGO, they're gonna port it to Fox Hunt. So they're gonna add to Fox Hunt, you say? Yeah, that could be the case. Fox Hunt is like the foundation. They didn't want to name it a full MGO because it's not. It's only gonna be one mode. But then they slowly make it a platform and then eventually name it MGO. Could be. Yeah, that's very likely. Fizzant at this year's show? Nah, we're not gonna hear about Fizzant for like 3 years easily. Don't expect Fizzant till 2030, I'd say. 2030 is probably when we're gonna get Fizzant. Easily. It's going to be a PS6 game.
Its pathetic rivals. We possess enormous wealth, the most advanced technology.
Makes the most sense since all the mechanics are ready and the maps. All they need to do is add a kill count and that's it. Yeah, Torres, that's a good way to put it. Oh, what happened? What the fuck? I did not press anything. I'm not pressing anything. Why did those cutscenes just skip? I didn't press anything. You guys saw. Oh my god, is my controller dying? Is this really the end of my controller? I think it is. Holy shit. That's sad day in chat right now. Sad day on the stream if that's the case. I didn't press anything. I was chilling reading chat. Holy shit. I think my controller's dying. Look at that. It did it again where it turns me around. No, dude. That's such a sad day that this is... We're finally at the day. We're finally at the day where my controller's dying. Hate to see it. My bad, you guys. I did not mean to skip that cutscene at all. That was not me. Fuck, man. My DualShock 3, my baby. It's dying, finally. I'm legitimately sad about that. I'm not even just trying to fake it for stream. I'm so sad that my controller is dying. Fuck, man. All the memories. All the memories of me and my controller. Playing games throughout the years. Good night, sweet prince. I need a DualShock 3 GoFundMe for a new one. Damn, I'm like legitimately sad about my controller. Like not playing nice. Fuck. Tell me why I never cared about the Philosopher's Legacy. I was more interested in who's... By the way, if it skips again, it's not on me. I can show you guys. I'm not pressing the controller at all. Like, I am not doing anything. More interested in who's hooking up with who. It's like Love Island up in here.
Do you hear me? I said
For Anumbria in chat. It's like Love Island. Konami started playing. They hacked me? Maybe. I'm talking too much sense today. I'm being too real on stream today, so Konami had to intervene. I'm just holding up my controller so you guys can see that I'm not pressing anything. If it skips again. Kojima's Ghost has corrupted the stream. Yeah, my bad, you guys. I feel like we skipped some of the coolest cutscenes. Volgan talking. I didn't know you were still streaming. I just got a fan server for the Friday the 13th game. I've been playing that. Oh, nice, dude.
Are you questioning my authority?
Oh, yeah, because it's offline now, right? They took that offline. Sneaker versus the early. Sneaker versus the early versus the rage. Who wins? Who wins in a battle royale? In Fox Hunt. With the controller in a glass case and... Oh, man. I'm so sad that this is dying, man. I'm actually so sad. It's not even a joke. Yeah, because we were talking about Fox Hunt. We got hacked. The stream got hacked. Exactly. Yeah, I've been looking at those like retro. What are they called? Retro fighter controllers. Those look really cool. The only thing is, I think the thumbsticks are, and I'm like terrified of pressing anywhere on my controller. But the thumbsticks are scattered, right? It's like an Xbox controller where one of the thumbs is here, or one of the sticks is here, and the other one's here. I don't really like that. I don't really like the Xbox configuration for controllers. I like having the two analog sticks side by side like this. But I mean, I'm really risking it pressing this button here. But I mean, if I have to get used to that, then I get used to that, you know? Like my controller's dying and there's no way around it, and this is the last working DualShock 3 that I have. The other ones have the same problem where they like press buttons that I don't mean to press and shit. So oh, they have drift, really bad drift. Oh my god. Took too long. Took too long to get up. Oh my god, I got too close. It's been a while since I've done CQC only. Okay. We're just standing there watching each other? Oh shit. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna skip the cutscene on the other phase. I don't know why my handkerchief didn't go off. And then the other time when I tried to make it go off, I got too close. I usually do this by doing the SVD trick. I haven't done CQC in forever. But I felt like this would be a fun way. Oh my god, look at my controller. I'm pressing back and it's turning me around. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Yep, this is going to be the last stream that I can use this controller, I think. Damn, what am I going to do for MGO2? I just realized. I use the same controller for MGO2. Uh-oh. Does that mean I have to use the goddamn DualSense for... That feels so dirty doing that. Using a DualSense for MGO2, but I guess I'm going to have to until I get a replacement DualShock, whether it be a real one or a fake one. Alright, I gotta equip the handkerchief, although it's been pissing me off. It hasn't been working. Nice. I actually got it this time. Alright, let's try it again. I want to get the range down. Oh, it's too far. Come on, man. There we go. Oh, I got too close again. God dang it. Hello? That was right in his face. What do you mean? Do we risk it? Oh my god. That was close. Oh shit. All right. Nice. All right, put in the controller. Hands off the controller. Not the dainty handkerchief wave. Yeah, a little. Oh, man. Who said virgin? I'm going to get banned. Apparently, you can't say that on Twitch anymore. Autocorrect is killing me. Holy shit. Yeah, autocorrect has been killing you this whole stream, Sonny. That's hilarious. They're getting more rare, the PS3 controllers. They are. Finding a functioning PS3 controller that's legitimate is getting so hard nowadays. Remember the trick of throwing him to the ground, hitting him with an assault rifle, and then flipping through him? Yeah, the easiest way to do this fight is like CQC grabbing him, throwing him forward, and then just aiming a lethal weapon. Kind of like what you do with the Fear. Shooting him in the back. But instead of, like, different from the Fear, he's taking actual lethal damage. But since this is like, he has like, you know, story armor, plot armor, he doesn't actually die. Regardless of if you're doing non-lethal or lethal strategies against him. Obviously, the second fight against him, you do have to use non-lethal means if you're going for no kills. But yeah, that is a viable strategy. There's so many different... That's why I love this game. There's so many different viable strategies for boss fights and everything. All right, let's watch these next couple of cutscenes. And then I think I'm going to save the finale for tomorrow. So we'll do the whole bike chase escape tomorrow. And I'll chat it up with you guys a little bit here before I go. We'll probably finish the game tomorrow. And then, so what do you guys want to do now that we're in chat? Actually, I should make a poll. This thing is vibrating like crazy right now. Let me make a poll on YouTube. And we can have it on Twitch too, but can I exclamation mark poll this? Oh wait, there we go, I found it. Start a poll. Alright, let's do you what do you want to see next? Let's have MGS3 randomizer as the first option, or MGS 3D Foxhound run.
She's at the lake.
What else? What other options are there? I mean, those are the main options that I want to do next. We're gonna check out some like media. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but we'll check out some other stuff. Those are the two choices: MGS3 randomizer or MGS 3D Foxhound run. I'm really hoping you guys vote for one and not the other, but we're gonna do both eventually. All right, so the poll is up on YouTube. Hopefully I did it right.
But
you guys can vote on that. I'll pin that. Wait, it's already pinned. If you guys on the YouTube side want to head to the YouTube stream, if I say that wrong, if you guys on the Twitch side want to go to the YouTube stream to vote, feel free.
But I guess I just can't
make an option for WoW. Yo, what about fucking Austin in here in this Metal Gear or Metal Gear stream? Austin in the non-WoW streams? No way, bro. Yo, happy belated, by the way, dude. I forgot to message you. Your birthday's on the 3rd, right? Or was on the 3rd? Did you turn 30 this year? Oh my god, that's crazy to think about. Dude, you being 30 makes me feel older than my actual age. Because I knew you when you were like fucking... Shit, how old even were you back then? Yeah. Like 15? When I met you? You were like 15, right? Holy shit, time flies. That is fucking crazy. That makes me feel older than my actual age. That's wild, dude. Happy birthday, man. Hope you had a good one. Oh my god, fuck you guys. You guys are voting for the one that I didn't want you to vote for. That's gonna be absolute torture. Oh my god. Am I actually gonna do a Metal Gear Solid 3D run for Foxhound? I don't even know if I can do it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. How old am I? I'm 32. I'm turning 33 this year. Yeah, I'm turning 33 this year, if you guys can believe it. Crazy. I feel like I just turned 30 and then boom. You're fucking 33 now. Alright, I'm gonna save.
You going to save?
You've seen me play MGS3. How would you like to see it again? Yeah, dude, but MGS 3D is a completely different game. That is a completely different game. It might as well not even be Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is a completely different game. One that I haven't played all the way through since it came out, and I don't think I've never done a Foxhound run in that game. And the controls are going to be atrocious. The frame rate's going to be atrocious. I honestly don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not even trying to be funny for the stream. I don't know if I can do it. We could do Tazavesh. Oh yeah, fucking the new season's out, huh? I'd be down to fuck around. I was actually Ryder was in here earlier, and we were talking a little bit of MMOs when he was in here. And I was actually telling them, like, yeah, I've been chilling on WoW because, like, there's nothing that's, like, super interesting to me at the moment. But if there is anything that's, like, has the most pull on me, it's probably the new retail stuff. Because it's all having to do with, like, ethereals and all that shit. And I've loved the ethereals and all that since TBC. And so, yeah, I mean, MOP sounded cool, but, like, nobody else was down. Anniversary realms are kind of, like, at, like, maintenance mode at this point, just waiting for TBC next year. And, like, I don't know, I'm kind of just whatever about everything else. But, yeah, maybe I'll hop on some retail pretty soon. I just got a busy month because MGS3 is coming out. The remake is coming out in, like, 2 weeks. So, but after that kind of, like, settles down, yeah, I might revisit some WoW. It's been a while. I completely skipped out on Season 2. I didn't even get the KSM mount. I completely slacked. But, yeah, I'd like to go back and play it. I mean, WoW is a game that I always go back to. Yeah, 33. Can you believe it? The motherfucker called you Unk. I am Unk at this point. I'm in Unk territory now at this point. 15 years ago, you were 13. Oh, so you're not that much younger than Ostino. We should start calling you Unk. I mean, I don't care. I'm old. I'm old at this point, so. Do I remember Gemma? Absolutely. I was actually gonna play some more Monster Hunter today because the event's going away and I didn't earn all the cosmetics. There's a few cosmetics that I didn't get to earn, so I'll probably do that today before the new patch tomorrow. We did these already, right? I think. Fuck it. Let's do a snake versus monkey real quick before I sign off for the day. Ape fear. They have a new costume for Gemma, actually, right? I don't know if you saw it. She has, like, her tatties out. Yeah, Monster Hunter would be fun. Monster Hunter Wilds is really fun. It's just, like, my friends and I hit it so hard that we, like, pretty much ran through all the content super fast. You got hit by a car the other day. Holy shit. How did that happen? God damn. And you're still here to tell the tale?
2, 1, start.
Was it a smart car or something? A tiny car? Shit, or are you like Superman? I thought there was one over here. Oh shit, there's one right here. This is gonna be so fun to play in Delta, man. Oh my god, my controller. There he is. I knew there was one back here. Monster Hunter? No, I love Monster Hunter. I love me some Monster Hunter. This motherfucker crawling on the ground. Too funny. Turning 36? That's not old at all, man. I still, like I always tell you guys, I still feel like I do back in the day. Oh, what the fuck? Let's get one of these guys with this. Yeah. You guys are all screwed now. You're about to get stunned. Oh, he got a shield. He popped out the shield for a second. Holy shit. What? Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Yo, let me roll out. These guys did it. I wonder how many people are going to bother with this mode in Delta. I mean, this is the only way to unlock the monkey mask, I'm pretty sure, unless they change some things. So I saw the Delta trailer. Oh, you didn't know it was a thing? Really? What? Yeah, so many people were asking for this back. I mean, I wasn't like a huge fan of Ape Escape back in the day, but I did mess around with this mode when I was a kid, playing MGS 3, you know? Can't go in this way, huh? Sitting in the corner. You gonna play it on Delta for a bit? Yeah, I'll play it until I unlock all the unlockables like banana camo and the monkey mask for sure. I want to unlock everything. I'm gonna wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning just to be ready for Delta when it comes out. I want to get the platinum in like one day. That's if I don't get it early, because obviously if I get the game early, I'm gonna try to get all my strategies down for the platinum before release for you guys. So, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking good for me getting the game early. I think the early release of the game was the NYC event for the media, and that's what they're gonna base their reviews off of, like those people that got to play at the event. So I don't think they're gonna be sending out codes early or any of that, but I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But so far I haven't heard anything like that. I haven't heard about them sending out codes or anything. And even if they are sending out codes, I mean, there's no guarantee that I get one. Yeah, the monkeys. Of course, you and G are both in the game. The monkey squad. G's been asking me about keys too, so I mean, we more than likely are gonna mess around with retail again. Probably not right at the start, but yo, can this monkey stop fucking moving, dude? But we'll definitely get back into WoW. I mean, like I said, WoW is a staple game for me. I'm always gonna go back to it. This month is just insane.
Yes.
I wonder if Bomberman will have his own Metal Gear. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Gone with the Apes.
Gone with the apes.
Is Monster Hunter worth a play? I think so. I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World, if you can get it on sale, and it goes on sale like every other week, I would play that one and see if you like it. If you do, then you'll more than likely end up liking Wilds. The only problem with Wilds right now is a problem that a lot of live service games have in general, is that there's not a whole lot of content if you're familiar with the games and you can get through the content quickly. They kind of like do this thing where they drip feed content. But like for a new player, you won't even notice that, really. Like, it'll take you a while to get through all the content. So that's kind of like a veteran player problem. Like I said, my friends and I hit that game hard as shit, and we were done with it like done with it a month in. There's obviously like endless gameplay in that game because you can try to speed run and get faster times, but in terms of like getting all the gear and the ammo that you need and the items to upgrade the gear or the weapons, you can get that done pretty quickly if you're decent at the game. The other thing about Wilds is it's very easy, even compared to Worlds, but it's also super easy compared to like the older games. But that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're new to the series, you know? In fact, I'd say that's not a bad thing at all because it's just a bit more streamlined. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like Metal Gear, where if you compare playing what I'm playing now to Delta, new players are going to have an easier time playing this game, or sorry, Delta, because of the improved controls and all that. So it's the same sort of like deal where like the controls are more streamlined, therefore it makes it an easier experience. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but the sheer fact that it's a newer game made with new players in mind definitely makes it an easier experience, a a more streamlined experience for newer players. So I would start with World though, since it goes on sale for like $10. You can get World plus Iceborne, which is the expansion, for like $20, and it gives you all the DLC and everything. Man, going through it. Why is man sniffing the locker, bruh? But yeah, that's another game or another series that I grew up on was Monster Hunter. Playing on the PSP back in the day. Not gonna lie though, when it first came out for the PS2, I did not understand the game. I did not like the game. Because I didn't understand, like at that time, I had not played WoW yet, or any MMO. So I didn't understand the whole gameplay loop of like grinding out better armor so you could fight the better or the stronger monster, so then you could get better armor that lets you fight stronger monsters. You know what I mean? I didn't really get that gameplay loop yet as a kid. So I was like, this game fucking sucks. These monsters are like one-tapping me. Like, why am I dying? Why am I doing no damage? Like, why is my weapon bouncing off of the monsters? And like, then I played MMOs and shit, and I was like, oh, I revisited Monster Hunter. And I was like, I get it now. You need to fight this monster like 10 times to get the necessary shit to make the gear that facilitates you fighting the other shit. And then from then on, I was hooked because it was kind of like a, you know, co-op WoW in a way where you just grind gear endlessly to fight harder monsters, you know? And from that point, like, I was like, oh shit, I get it now. I get why this is so addicting. I mean, I don't know the rest of these monkeys, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, I get a PS5 and I can afford it. Hopefully the DLC won't be overly expensive. Nah, I mean, the only DLC we have right now is the outfits. What the hell? I just heard one. There went outside. Didn't even go that way. Where are these things? Can't go in here, right? No. Can't go in here either. I don't think there's any in here. I'm gonna open every locker right now. Can I seek you see him to open them? No. Yeah, I don't think there's any in here. Oh, what's this? Camera. Take a selfie. Did they ever come up with a name for the... Oh, yeah, Meso Gear. That's the name of the spin-off as well. In Ape Escape 3, they did a crossover for Metal Gear. And that was the name of the crossover, was Meso Gear Solid. Damn, I just did this and I forgot where these fucking things are. Oh, there's one. I think there's one outside, too. Oh, shit. Yep, right outside. Controller, please. Killing me. Two more? Where the fuck are the last two? You're mine. We got the one out here. Oh, is there another one across the way here? Oh, there is. Where's this last one? I'm just saying maybe I'll give Monster Hunter a try. I like it. It's a grindy game, but like I said, the newer version, Wilds, is not as grindy as it used to be. Like they definitely reduced the amount of grinding you need to do. Even World, I guess, was a little less grindy, but like I'm talking like the PSP games way back in the day. Those are stupid grindy. Like I'm talking like you'd have to farm like the same monster 50 plus times, sometimes 100 times to get the one item that you need to create like a fucking sword or something, you know, like that grindy. It's kind of like Peace Walker. You know the stuff that you need to make the slingshot, like the human slingshot in Peace Walker. You need to fight like the Rathalos for the certain drop. It's kind of like that, but even Peace Walker wasn't as bad. I'm talking I'm telling you, the drop rate for for games like Portable Third, Freedom Unite, those old school games, it was atrocious. Some of those items were like super rare. Can I open these? Oh, I can. I ran past it? I haven't seen it. I legitimately haven't seen it. I ran past it like 5 times. Where? Oh, is it on top of this? The locker over here? I don't think so. I'm just trying to make noise at this point. I thought there was one up here. Whatever, I'll find it eventually. What's Monster Hunter even about? Hunting monsters. That's pretty much all it's about. There's a story now. They're trying to implement more of a story with these newer games, but it's never really been about the story. Traditionally, it's just been about like I said, the gameplay loop is fighting monsters to get better gear that lets you fight harder monsters that gives you better gear to then fight harder monsters. You know what I mean? It's that gameplay loop. If you like that old school gameplay loop of like farming monsters to get gear so you can fight harder shit, whether it's like through an MMO or a single player game or co-op with friends, then you'll like Monster Hunter, I think. Where is it? I'm like actually don't know where it's at. Is it similar to Witcher 3? No, but funnily enough, they had a crossover event with Witcher 3. That's funny that you say that. They had an actual Witcher 3 crossover, and they did such a good job with it. They did such an amazing job with like the Witcher 3, like making it seem like you're playing The Witcher, at least The Witcher 3. I was like blown away when they did it. How they managed, because you have to think they used the Monster Hunter engine, and they kind of like recreated like a Witcher 3 quest or mission in the actual Monster Hunter like engine and everything, and like yeah, it was pretty impressive. It was pretty cool. But that was in World. That was not in Wilds. That was in the old game. All right, give me a hint, because I'm like not even paying attention at this point. I'm gonna keep running in circles. I don't remember, and I just did this like a few months ago. I don't remember where they're at. Not out here. Sofa. There's a sofa down here, right? Why don't I remember this last one? Oh, I guess this isn't a sofa. So the sofa must be... Oh, what? Is it out here? Oh my god, it is. How did I run past that? Oh, because it's obscured. Oh, you know what it is? In the, I think I played... I'm going to have to go back to my stream. But I think in the other one, I played the subsistence camera, right? And you can actually see around your shoulders here, so it's easier not to miss it. Because look, when you're just running by... That area where it was at was kind of obstructed in the old school 3D cam. That's why I ran past it. I did not see that. I legit am not even trying to be funny for stream. I did not see that. That was completely obscured from my vision. That's so funny. Yes. Yeah, it's so funny. I didn't see it. I could not see it. I swear to God, from my angle. That's funny as shit. Yeah, no, I legit did not see that. That's funny though. But yeah, the crossover events in World. And so like there's been 2 releases since Wilds. Wilds is the newest game. Before that was Rise, which is also a really good game. And then the one that everybody likes that put Monster Hunter on the map was Monster Hunter World, and it's DLC. It's expansion pack. Those 2 games like brought Monster Hunter to the mainstream audience, I'd say, because before that it was kind of like a niche thing, to be honest with you. Monster Hunter in general, like it had its fans, but it wasn't like this huge game that everybody knows it to be now. So yeah, if you're interested in it, I would definitely try it out. Like I said, both Rise and World go on sale all the fucking time, so look out for that if you want to try it. If you want to just jump into the new game, Wilds is great. Wilds is a great first Monster Hunter player experience, I think. It's almost like he was invisible. Yeah, exactly. All right, that's going to be it for me today, though. I'm starving. I got to go work out. I got to go work on other content. I got to go work on other things. I got to get back into WoW for Austin. Austin, if you're in chat, happy belated, dude. My bad I didn't text you the day of. It's been a fucking busy last couple months for me for sure, man. But hope you enjoyed your birthday, dude. Oh. Playing Witcher 3 right now, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah, Witcher is awesome. I'm rereading the books right now. Actually, no, I'm reading the books for the first time right now. I don't think I've ever read them. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever read the Witcher books all the way through. So I'm rereading those. And I really love the books. And the games have always been great, especially the third one. And I can't wait for that new one. Just from that tech demo, I'm so excited for the new Witcher. You gotta go work out your pecs. Yeah, no worries. I had a fun stream for sure. Let's see how that poll's doing. Get your last minute votes in if you're trying to vote for this poll. I have a poll right now on YouTube for what we're going to do next, because we're probably going to finish this game off tomorrow. We're already at the bicycle escape scene with Eva. So all that's left is the first Shagohod fight, the second Shagohod fight, and then the whole Eva escape sequence through the forest. And then it's just the boss and GG. We completed our story playthrough. So the choices right now are MGS3 Randomizer, which I played on stream like a month ago or so. And then the other choice is what's winning right now, which is Metal Gear Solid 3D, the 3DS remake of Snake Eater. And I'm going to attempt to do a Foxhound run. Whether I'm going to be able to do it, I don't know. But we shall see. Are the books and games connected? No, they borrow a lot of like the same characters, and the scenarios are like the scenarios in the books are like kind of the inspiration for the games, but they're not one for one. The books are kind of like their own thing, and then the games were made because the books were so successful and like, you know, so many people liked them that they made them into games. So the games are kind of loosely based on certain scenarios from the books. If that makes sense. Vote for MGS 3D or you get Ligma? Oh no. Yeah, Witcher 4 we haven't really seen just yet. That was a tech demo, but if the final game ends up anything like the actual tech demo that they showed, then yeah, I'm super happy. I'm super happy with how it's shaping up to be for sure. I really liked Witcher 3. Yeah, there's a Witcher show as well. But all right, you guys, that's gonna be it for me. Let me not yap on because I'll be here all day. But as always, thank you guys seriously so much for the support. This playthrough has been super fun. We're finally gonna conclude it tomorrow, and then it's looking like we're doing an MGS 3D Foxhound run. So that's gonna be a fun time for sure. Don't expect any like crazy next level speedrunning fucking godly gameplay, because I'm gonna be fumbling around with those controls for like literally 90% of the playthrough. So yeah, looks like we're gonna be doing that pretty soon here, probably after tomorrow. And after that, if we have time before Delta, we'll do some randomizer stuff. And before you know it, we will all be playing Delta. So we don't have that much longer left. All right, I'm gonna conclude the poll here. It is looking like MGS 3D has won. So we will be doing that. All right, you guys, have a good rest of your day or night. And I will see you guys the next stream. Peace.